Maddie's still mad. Joe's pretty much ready for Leva's job, I think. And Natalie and I have had 16 anniversaries, and I'm a little embarrassed to say not one of them has ever looked like Brad and Julia's first anniversary did. Nice job, Brad. Making me look like a total a-hole over here. Welcome to Showmance, everybody, the #1 show on YouTube doing deep dives on shows with no depth.
Dives as deep as the photo archives that Maddie clawed her way through to prove that TJ's take on their friendship was a bag of bullshit.
Wrong. Like hard drives and hard drives. Multiple multi-terabyte hard drives to get through that PowerPoint.
Friendship forensics.
Ooh, I like that. Well, welcome to the show.
Y'all
like and subscribe.
No, sorry. They need to know. I asked y'all before. I was like, I got one. Y'all want me to do it? Ignored me.
Because it
ignored me. I thought one of y'all was going to take it. I stood it. It's awkward for me just to sit here while you guys having a little fun rat-a-tat.
Well, because you're new. You're still new. Listen, I know that you're ready to.
You want me to do one?
I would love to hand off the Dives as Deep, Shows as Shallow. Everyone knows that's been watching this for 5 minutes that I loathe coming up with these. So
they know that you loathe being here. I
loathe all of it except for them.
Yeah, that's the only thing you don't.
That's how they know I love them, because of how much I loathe the rest of this.
Give it a shot. Just do a little practice run. See,
I need to take more photos of my friends in case I ever need to prove it in a PowerPoint. That's good. I felt it.
For your first time, it wasn't bad. I will say that.
I had mine ready to go.
No,
you have to have
prepared.
3. No, there's not one. You have to have 3.
I texted you beforehand
And
privately,
and
you said, no, don't worry about it.
Let's not talk about what I said, okay?
Hold on. I just said to take mine. Don't take his. He can do it just fine. Take mine. Try finding things that go along with Shows as Shallow. I picked 2 words, shallow and deep, that now everything has to coincide with, like it has to be associated with it. It's a lot harder than it looks.
Wait, that's what the 3 things are about? You didn't tell me that.
There's 2 separate things.
Okay.
The 3 things
Newbies,
I told you
man.
are an Andy Cohen thing that Natalie was like, oh, I want to do that, where we just say three random ass things. But those things go 3, 1 thing, 2 thing, 3 thing, and then that goes into welcome to Showmance, everybody, the #1 show on YouTube doing deep dives on shows with no depth set up. Then she says shows as deep as or as shallow as
a puddle.
Oh my God.
A puddle, or shows as shallow as Maddie's. But today you said deep as her list.
It's Dives as Deep or Shows as Shallow. So if it's Dives as Deep as Maddie's.
We've been doing this for a while now, and I think this is the first time I realized there's 2 different versions: Dives as Deep or Shows as Shallow. Depending
It's the first time you ever realized that I only have 2 words to work with every time we do this.
Well, I mean, I think that I just kind of interpreted in my head that those 2 words were the same thing. Anyways,
Deep
like and
shallow.
subscribe. Do the like and subscribe part.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah.
We're trying to get to 10 bajillion followers. We're so close.
10 bajillion by Friday. Help us get there. Be a part of the solution, not the problem. All right, let's get started. Let's talk about some Southern hospitality and what kind of amazing makeup sessions happened this week. We started with our little flashback. Maddie's still mad. She explains why she's yelling at TJ because he made up this lie, but he made up a lie because she made up a lie, and everybody's making up lies. Anybody got anything to say about the lying flashback?
No, I'm pretty much caught up on what
You
happened.
caught up on that one? Fantastic. So
I just want to know, this is the continuation of last week's argument.
Yes.
Which I got to say off the top, like, this episode was really lackluster. Like, it seems like the bulk of the fight was already had in the first episode, and then like the fight that we're all looking forward to is the dinner table takedown of Emmy. That's not going to be until next week. So this felt really filler, and I understand that has to happen, but I think that you all need to wait until episode 6-ish to start doing like the lazy episodes. Like the first 3 should really come out of the gate swinging.
I don't agree. Episode 1 was Emmy making her attempt at making up and, making up with Maddie, who's the number one guy in the group now, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's almost the reverse plucking off of people. Like Emmy made up with Maddie. Now Brad did it this week. He had his makeup session with Maddie. At the end, Mia had her makeup session, right?
I agree with Natalie.
Thank you.
Honestly, the editing.
We're looking for a new.
I'll bring this up later, but like, there's the editing and producing of the show is making me angry.
Yeah.
Show us the full fight, tease the conversation. Show us the full fight last week, and I think they did almost, except for like the last 30 seconds. Like it just, yeah. I didn't like the way they cut it off at all, and the way they started this episode. You're right. It feels like a filler episode.
Yeah, man.
But
Sometimes
wait,
like
you don't think that her and Brad, like the makeup, like the part that they left out last week was Joe trying to be like, hey, do you need to chill out? Maddie being like, F off. And Brad being like, we're here because you're yelling. And them finally agreeing like, okay, let's go to in private and talk. And like, listen, fake or not, like that talk was good. That was a good. What do you mean?
I didn't. Well, I mean, we can get to it when we get to it. I don't think it was a good fight. Like the makeup session I thought was crap.
Whoa.
I like to see a problem and a resolve in one episode. So I personally think they should have moved that resolve up. And then the cliffhanger would be, did Emmy leave some shit out of what she told Maddie that happened? That's the cliffhanger. And then we should have seen a bit of an Emmy takedown for episode 2. These are young kids, and if you need more drama, where's Grace Lily? Like you're sprinkling her in like she's just ketchup for your French fries.
She didn't even say anything this episode.
She's busy.
Yeah.
In episode 2, she didn't say anything. She just came in.
Dude, and said everything that she needed to say. Like we'll get to it when we get to it, but like that entrance. Stay tuned.
I will say something really funny. When I'm watching it back,
if you set it up, it better be super funny.
It was just there's a lot going on in that fighting between Brad and Maddie.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look, Justin's just leaned on a column, scrolling with the biggest shit-eating grin on his face, just enjoying the show. He's just like
on Instagram or something.
Yeah, he's just scrolling, but he's in the background just watching everything go down.
Yeah,
and he's just loving it, loving every moment of it.
No, it is good for when you see that people are, oh, you guys are doing stuff. Okay, great. I can just kind of coast here and not worry about, making a big splash. The splash is happening. I appreciate that. I would appreciate that if I were.
He's making his own little puddle splashes.
Yeah.
Justin.
Who I've been calling Josh this whole time.
Sorry, dude.
He gives off Josh vibes. I get it.
Or smelly ball vibes. But we'll get to that too. All right. So Brad tells her like, hey, we're here because of you. Whatever. Let's go talk in private. And Joe's like, yeah, that's a good idea. Let's go. And Maddie's like, no, F off.
No, Joe, not you.
No, Joe, not you. And then basically tells him to F off. But you thought that Brad and Maddie's talk was bullshit? Like, because you think this whole show is BS?
No, because
that's my take.
You can't argue you have trauma and you're so affected by it, the way she was saying, her and Joe were saying, and then go, oh, apology, fix that. That's not trauma. Trauma is deep-rooted bullshit that fucks with you and keeps, so she can be like, oh, I'm over it. The fact that she got over it so quickly and her and Brad squashed it is so annoying.
Mm-hmm.
It's also like hurtful to people that actually have trauma that they're dealing with, because it's not that easy to just go, well, they said they were sorry. I have a lot of trauma.
Clearly.
I feel like this thing that happened 6 whole months ago and her acting like she is still having all this trauma from it, when, again, on top of the fact that they said that they already talked about this, I already apologized, you accepted the apology, then you asked me not to talk about it anymore and we could move on. Like, all of that was so sus for her to bring it back in 6 months later and enter the episode with the gusto that she did, like the passion and the arms, and like, we'll get to the part later, but that was so great when her sponsor was acting her out, because that's exactly what she does.
The funniest thing I've seen in a long time.
Also, I said last week that she is a great actor. And she is. I feel like she has a big career in this town.
Could you imagine?
Well, not in this town, Atlanta, maybe.
She's that level sober. Could you imagine her if she was drunk?
Dude.
I couldn't. Or maybe she's just a complete normal person. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe she's super. Maybe she gets dark and kind of mellow, That would be interesting. We never knew Maddie when she had a drinking problem. She entered this show already being 7 years sober, I guess, at least.
Yeah,
so
six.
yeah,
6 or
we've
7,
never seen her that way. But one thing that you just need to mention as to why Joe got that treatment of being told, Joe, you stay here and sit at the kiddie table, is because he interrupted their argument and called her, what did he say? He said that she was being not bombastic, but like she was basically being too dramatic and too aggressive. Let me tell you, you never tell your girlfriend that she is arguing the wrong way unless it's with you. Still, don't tell her, but if it's with other people, do not interject to tell her she's doing a fight wrong. That's not your role here. No?
No, I love telling women to calm down. It always goes over really well. Could you just calm down a little bit? You're getting a little crazy.
Yeah, just chill out.
Yeah.
Listen, with you. But also, I think, and I'm not making an excuse. I'm trying to make just try to explain why I think he did it. I think Joe literally thinks that he is a part of the team, part of the machine, the brand. Like one day Maddie's going to accept a Grammy for like best new DJ or whatever. And Joe's going to be part of the thank you speech, part of the team.
He's going on stage with her.
That's valid. That's valid.
Holding her bag.
Yeah. Totally. But I think that's what's in Joe's brain. Like, later on for the E! True Hollywood Story, Joe's going to be a part of it. Like, he's going to get a run out of this.
He creeped in and just listened to their conversation anyway.
Yeah.
100%. Was this, did
Joe
he
does
eat
what Joe wants.
is this episode where he eats the thing?
And he looks at it and goes, what the fuck was that?
He spits out the grody thing.
Dude, Joe is
He's
like,
so
this is
funny.
why I think everyone was scared at first, but I think it's become a little more apparent. Like, you don't need to worry about AI taking your job. Like, Joe to me is an AI actor. Like, he is what it will look like when AI creates.
Yeah, totally.
It's very robotic. He's always kind of, you think he's looking at camera, but he's actually looking past it. It's like, where is Joe looking? Is Joe connecting with anything?
He's not looking at the camera. He's looking at the producer behind the camera being like,
I got
that was
it, right?
good, right?
Yeah.
That was a funny one.
Yeah.
That was cool.
How's my hair?
Good.
It's good,
Are we
right?
good? Cool. Love it. Love it. All right. So the thing that we did find out in the Brad Maddie fake apology that wasn't real and everyone hates because they hate DJs is that Brad reveals that Emmy texted, oh, she doesn't feel safe around Brad and she's changing rooms. And that was a big old fiasco.
Which is bonkers.
Why
You're in a
is that?
hotel room with your fiance locked and get a new fiance if you don't feel safe. What?
Okay, that's a little sexist.
I'm saying that you would think she would feel safe with her man in a locked room and just being texted to. No one's banging on the door.
That was ridiculous. And that's so not Maddie. That's so Emmy coded. That just seems like something that she just seems like the type of person that would just throw a line out like that and have no regard for I don't even trust that things go down right here in Los Angeles, one of the most liberal places that there are. I sure as shit wouldn't trust that things would go down correctly for sure in the South, in a place like Charleston. And it was just very careless to say something like that and not expect that it would come back later. She seems, and we don't see this until the scenes from the next or whatever, but she seems floored that he, when he brings this up, she can't understand what's happening. And it's no, dude, are you that stupid? You would never say. First of all, you don't say that about dudes in general because it's just a bad look. And that's just a reputational thing. You don't need that getting out in your small little town. But for a black guy, that's next level.
Accusations are very damning.
Yeah.
There's no articles written afterwards saying he didn't do it, they didn't do it. There's just the main headline, he was accused of this.
Yeah, exactly.
It sucks.
Yeah, and she looks like just the girl that would just throw something out there like that willy-nilly.
So I'm also just started season 4 of Southern Charm. I don't know if it was brought up.
Wow. And you just finished Summer House?
I go hard. I don't know if it was brought up, but
Dude, you're gonna be past us soon.
The Emmy Will relationship is exactly like Catherine and Thomas. They know what they signed up for. It's a deal.
Oh, right.
I'm gonna do
okay.
this. You're
Yeah.
gonna do this.
Okay.
We're gonna take like
Yeah.
you get a good looking woman on your arm. You're gonna give me security.
Yeah.
It's basically what the same as Will and Emmy, right? Like
No,
it's just,
that in that respect, yeah, totally.
I mean, not the age gap, but
I mean,
Not
they never.
the age gap, not the fact that Catherine could. I don't think Catherine can do anything. Like Catherine, like listen, this is going to sound
Sexist.
horrible, but like if the arrangement is the arrangement, like then one person has to know how to work and make a lot of money, and the other person has to know how to take care of a house. And
Thomas wanted a side piece and a good looking woman on his arm and kids.
Yeah.
Check and check.
Yeah.
no
And
offense,
Catherine had
but
a
that
name
wasn't.
too.
Catherine was not that good looking. Not that type of good looking,
I
right?
agree with you.
And he was cheap. Because when you're a trust fund kid, you're like if those people are so cheap because they just I don't know. It depends on how much you have, but for the most part, like they seem to be the most sort of like aware that like somebody could be trying to take advantage of him. Whereas it seems like Will was raised by probably a dad who kind of said like, this is your role. You're the caretaker, the provider, yada, yada. But when you've never really had to work or like you just decide to run for office and you're making a ton of money off of your campaign and whatever.
Or yeah, you're 5 generations in on a family name, and you're just doing what's expected of you at this point. But it's expected of you, but it's also like this is just it's gonna happen. It's not like you got to work at it. I listened to our episode on. Little side note: if you guys have Spotify, listen to our episodes on Spotify if you're in the car or whatever, or even if you're not in the car, just put them on in the background because we're so close to getting monetized on Spotify, but we need more listens every 30 days or something like that. So
No, we're like 110 listens, like individual,
Yes.
unique listeners
Spotify's
away.
weird. So yeah. But anyways, I was listening to our last episode on Spotify in the car, and the thing that you said about Will just having his like weird birthright of thinking like, no, this is I do this. I'm a lawyer. I went to law school. I'm going to be a lawyer in the family firm, and then my wife is going to do that, and I'm going to have sex with the assistants and the trips and the hooker. It's like,
Yeah.
and that's my life. Like that's what I'm going to do. Hearing it, I was like, oh man, that is totally this kid, you know?
Oh, so you think there's a difference between just listening with no video? Is that what you're saying about listen on Spotify?
I think what he said was when he was really listening, he realized you were right.
No, not
You know what?
necessarily
Thank you,
that.
Travis. How did I not
that's
gather that?
it. That's not it. No, it's when we do this, I'm thinking about two people having a conversation, and and what my answer is going to be. And then a lot of times I'll like have a whole thing planned out. And if you've been here for a minute, then not him because he's new, but Courtney and Natalie interrupt me and then go on for 15
what do you think
minutes
now?
before I forget what the hell I was going to say in the first place. And if I remember it, it's lost all its context. So like that happens while we're here, you know, you just kind of zone out or you're thinking about an answer or like, and so you kind of, there'll be a minute or two where you miss something and that might've been one of those moments. So then when you sit back and listen to it again, you don't have to think about an answer or
My
be
genius
ready
really
for
comes
anything.
through.
Yeah. And
Really
like all
shines
the
through.
amazing things that I say, I'm like, dang, people are right in the comments. Kidding. I'm just kidding. So, all right, fake apology. Nobody's real, and
It's
obviously,
not a fake apology.
it seemed
I
like that's
didn't
what you
like the
thought.
way she got over it so fast.
Exactly.
Either it's a problem for you or it's not, and you got over it with a simple apology.
But we talked about this last week about her, like maybe she has a problem with like confrontation in the moment, or maybe she's like when she's hearing it, it's like, okay, yeah, no, I'm in. I need to get over this, and we need to move past this, whatever. But then when she has time to sit and think about it, things change.
Yeah.
Like at the reunion, it was great. Thank you. I don't want to talk about this anymore. But then again, we talked about like, cool. Then a week later, your friends are like, oh my God, Sally texted me
Okay.
about the reunion. I can't believe that happened. And then you think about it and then you can't sleep that night. And then you're like, dang, I totally broke up that relationship. And yeah, maybe it wasn't going to work forever, but like things just start creeping
Cool.
into
I
your
still
head.
have beef with Maddie because that's something she needs to figure out. You either accept apology, but you can't be angry afterwards.
I don't think she was. Oh, after the reunion, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
if you're going to
no,
accept
she made
this,
she made it a
great.
whole
Cool.
two
Move on.
episodes.
All right, fine.
Maddie said a line that bothered me. After leaving a cheater, you feel empowered. That wasn't my experience. After I got cheated on and I dumped him, I felt really empowered. Well, I don't think that's how. What?
I think in
What?
that way she meant like she might have said it when you leave a relationship like
I have quotes in my notes. After leaving a cheater, you feel empowered.
But I think she was insinuating in that way. After you've like clocked it, somebody said it, you approached this person, you told them you know what's going real or not. Obviously, we found out it was fake, which she's saying this is her whole point to this. Like if you've clocked that in somebody and then approached them about it and then had the balls to leave them over it, that's empowering. And then to find out, oh no, none of that was real, like. That it just takes all that power
Whatever
away.
Empowerment I feel, you sort of feel like shit because they chose someone else over you, cheating. So like, I just don't know if you're gonna get a high off being empowered when you feel like, oh, someone else was chosen over me.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but the whole point is being right versus being wrong. The whole someone picked someone over me makes you feel like you were wrong or the wrong choice or not right for X. At the end of the day, you're feeling not sufficient, not right, right? And to cure that, a win might be being right about something in that relationship. So it would make you feel empowered, at least for a small time, until you had to start thinking about it for the next couple of weeks, and then everything changes.
Okay, two things.
You can only do one thing.
You can feel empowered if you are or have been a person who has let this happen before and done nothing about it, like kind of let it go, or like kind of all your friends kind of have been in the same situation and they're still with their dude, and like it's kind of a joke. It's like it's embarrassing at a certain point. So maybe she feels her empowerment from being like, I'm not going to be that bitch. I'm out. Like deuces. Second thing is I need to know who cheated on you.
It was a thing. I don't know.
You regret bringing up this personal effect, don't you?
Yeah. Because like they didn't full on sleep together. I think there was a kiss involved, but it was more of the emotional cheating.
Totally.
Like when I realized, I went back in my timeline of that day we talked, and I was like, she just sounded different that day.
Yeah.
She got the emotional, oh, how's it going? Where you at? Love you, from someone else that day.
Yeah.
And it just kind of repeated. So it was more of those. So it wasn't, they didn't have sex. But
no,
it's just, you know what I'm saying? So like, yeah.
No, I will fight that girl.
Also, like,
Show hoes, we ride tonight.
I feel like when somebody cheats on you, they decided to end a relationship. I'm just cleaning up afterwards, right? Like, so like the whole empowered thing. Well, if they cheated on you, they kind of decided it was over, right? They ended it. It's not official yet.
Oh yeah, that's
I need to dump you just so I feel decent about myself.
Yeah.
Just so I can feel normal.
Yeah. Obviously, like we can argue if this is real, if she's really still pissed, or if this is just she's just kind of reenacting. Often I say that these shows are real, but we're watching reenacted fights, because the chances that this fight is happening now 6 months later, as opposed to like the next day or the next week or something after it initially happened. I understand that this is a show, it's a production, you gotta lay it all out for people, and sometimes you're gonna have to reenact a scene. So I get that. But this episode made me realize that it might be less about this being her drumming up something old for a story than showing us what the real issue she's having is, that she really liked that guy. And she is now with a guy that I don't think she likes as much.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So she's having a real moment of like, I know I've given Joe Bradley a chance. It's been great. We've had a lot of fun together. He's been traveling the world with me. He's so loyal and sweet and has been like this great safe space for me. Like I always talk about how like after you come out of a long relationship, a lot of people I know, and myself included, will date someone we've already dated before. It'll be like a high school boyfriend or just someone that you already know. Especially in a cheating situation, like all you want to know is that this guy has your back and he's not going to do the same thing.
It's an overcorrection.
Yeah, exactly. I heard somebody said the other day, your first relationship after a long relationship that broke your heart. They referred to it as an emotional waiting room. It was a lot funnier when I read it. I think it had more context.
Clearly.
I thought if you're the one that wrote that, I thought it was funny. An emotional waiting room. But I think that is what is really tripping her out, is that she's probably feeling really uncomfortable right now. I feel like I can't imagine that she wants to be with Joe much longer. And she's had her healing time. It's been 6 months. She's gotten her sea legs back, and she's like now having to deal with like, now I've got this idiot that I have to like say, and he's been so nice though, but like, God, he's so annoying. And he doesn't really have a real job right now, kind of, sort of, which we find out later.
Yeah, he threw away his job because to follow you around on tour.
So I think she's a good person. So she probably has a little bit of like
for sure.
Feelings about that. Like, how do I let him go now? He's been such a great thing for me for the time that I need him. But all I am reminded of now when I look at him is that he is not this guy, Trevor. I was actually really thought that Trevor and I were endgame. And
do you like? I'm buying what you're selling, most of it. I want a discount. Do you really think? Because she did say at one point, like, and maybe this is just her way of trying to convince herself that all of this is fine and good, and she's on the right path. But she did say at one point, like, you know, oh, I broke up with Trevor. I left Trevor over it, like, which is fine. That relationship was going to end anyways. She did say that.
Oh, she said it was going to end anyways?
She said
rationalization.
What?
It's just a rationalization in her own mind.
That's what you think?
Yeah.
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 Like it could have been it could have been that, but she did vocalize like,
okay,
it's fine.
That flew over.
It was
that got by me. I didn't see that.
It was in the first episode.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it just seems like that is, if this is a real thing and she is really bummed on this, it seems like it probably has more to do with the fact that she's in something that she knows this isn't it. And she's going to have to deal with that. And it's annoying to her, and it's making her frustrated and resentful at this whole thing. I have one more question for Travis, since you just watched all this together.
That's you.
This guy. So Joe Bradley's the one that comes forward and tells her about the group chat and that everyone's saying all these things, because that wasn't the dinner table takedown in Vegas from last season where they tell her.
No, he initially did. He told her, yeah. And that was when Grace Lilly was backing her up. Yeah. Yes. So Joe initially brought it up, but there were no receipts. It was just Joe saying, there's a group text. They were talking shit.
Wouldn't the receipt just be showing her the group chat and having her see like what everybody was saying?
Oh, that's right. He did show her a little screen grab. He showed her enough of him not talking shit.
Oh, right. That's
and
what
just
it was.
Other people talking. He's like, look what they said.
Yes. Okay. So
I was like, why is this part blacked out?
So then that is maybe where the discrepancy is that the group chat thing that everyone was having was all just about like them talking shit about her and her having to see like, wow, you guys are really shit talking me, like all just piling on in this group chat. I'm just curious how much it had to do with the fake scandal, the fake cheating thing, because that must have not been a part of it.
Wait, what fake scandal?
Like the Brad making up that there was this girl that Trevor cheated with. Yeah. I think that in my head I had combined those things, that like the group chat was also them talking about the fake, like that the cheating story was actually fake.
But in the beginning, I might be wrong, but season 1, which we told everyone not to watch, Maddie was kind of a dick. Like she kind of was like, if I'm asking you now, just because you've seen it so recently, but seemed like kind of in charge and like, I'm running this place. I'm the hot bitch in town. She had this boyfriend that nobody liked. Everybody was like, dude, he cheats on you all the time. He rides a rickshaw. Like that's his job, right? Mm-hmm. Like that guy was kind of an idiot in regard to them. She wasn't that nice to everybody, I don't think. She makes up this rumor about Brad, apparently. So like, I don't think she was like, listen, is it nice to get on a group chat and destroy one of your friends' relationships privately? So not nice, but maybe fun. So I don't know if there was again, not a good thing to do, but like she might have they all kind of had a reason. Joe was jealous because he was in love and she wouldn't like be receptive of that. Brad, this whole thing happened of the dumpster and the alley and the blowjob or whatever. Brad had a lot of friends, so everybody piled on, right?
Do we think that she lied about that? Like she made that up, or do we think that she?
I think it's proven.
Oh, it is that she made it
because
up.
she said Grace Lily saw it. She said someone else saw it from the first season. I forgot the dude's name. He ended up leaving. He's not on the show anymore. But he's like, yeah, they all saw it. We walked out there together and saw it. So that had more validity to it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were like, well, multiple people saw it. And then it came out and Grace was like, I didn't see shit.
Yeah, she said, I didn't see it. You told me about it. And I'm wondering with that specific thing, I'm wondering if Grace just never told her, okay, I didn't actually see it. Like I was out there with you, but I didn't actually see it. Like if Maddie was surprised, or if Maddie said, say that you saw it too, and then Grace went along with it for however long, and then decided one day to say, actually, I didn't see it.
There was a scene between Grace Lily and Maddie about it.
Yeah, and I can't remember
and then Grace Lily was like, I just didn't. Maddie was like, you saw it too, right? Kind of like, yeah. And Maddie was like, I didn't. No, I didn't. I know you said it, but I didn't see it.
It really felt to me that Maddie was surprised, like at her response in that moment. Again, great acting, maybe, but I never. The way that I perceived it, I never got to the bottom of like, did she know? Didn't she? And I was leaning towards she didn't. Like she didn't mean to lie. Like I was leaning towards.
Yeah, the amount of times that these idiots have concoct a little plan off camera, and then when cameras start rolling, one of them is not quite familiar with the or gets a little nervous, or like the executive producer showed up that day, or like anything, any number of things happen. To where one person is like, no, I don't remember, I didn't do it. They don't want to go forward with the plan. Right. They don't want to do it on camera. They get nervous, right? And then the camera's and it's like, dude, what the F? I thought we were gonna do that thing, and like, oh well, I like that part's not going on camera, even if it is on camera.
No, totally.
You know, so I think that's. I'm not saying that's what happened,
this show's
but
kind of
like
sloppy. These kids are sloppy.
Yeah, I think that does happen a lot.
Did y'all clock that talking head during that fight when Brad was like, if I knew it would have caused this big of a ripple effect, I wouldn't have done it. What? If lying to your friend for 18 months, you didn't know that was going to be a problem, Brad?
Also, seems like that's the whole point of why you do this. Is because it causes this whole thing, you know?
Right, totally. There's that. Yeah, this is a revenge thing.
Yeah.
Like, so you're trying to get revenge.
I didn't know she'd be mad at me for that.
Yeah.
What?
So the movie that I was trying to think of last week was Cruel Intentions.
Which I accidentally Chiron twice.
What?
I put up the things to let everybody know what because we never figured it out.
Oh, we never did. But yeah, some people in the comments figured it out. And I think that it's super funny because obviously that's the movie. Like I might have said like, oh, I don't know. There's these people, they have cruel intentions and they're mean to this girl.
No, you didn't.
I didn't, but I'm just saying.
And
then,
you
but like a day or two later.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
A day or two later, we're here and watching TV, and it just comes on. And
no, I searched it.
Come on.
Well, you didn't because you didn't know that was the movie yet. Like we still hadn't figured it out. It just came on, and I'm like, oh my god, this is the movie that I was trying to figure out. Were the two people? I forgot that they were stepsister and brother. And you're like, this is one of my favorite movies, and I'm like, how did you? How did you not know that this was I was talking about?
You thought her name was Sarah Jessica Parker, and it's Sarah Michelle Gellar. And
That
I'm just curious with the audience. My introduction to Sarah Michelle Gellar was when she played Erica Kane's daughter on All My Children, and she will never not be Erica Kane's daughter. And I'm just wondering who else in my age bracket was
Buffy.
introduced to her as such.
It's Buffy, right?
Well, she's Buffy too, but that was after All My Children.
Buffy.
Okay, wait, but I still have. I didn't even ask my question.
We're not
She didn't
even.
ask it.
We're in
I
this
haven't even
first
asked
scene of the TV show.
I know, but listen, there's not a ton happens in this episode, so
Let's hope so.
Okay, so my question is,
I got a montage coming up.
Obviously, we know that she's not holding Emmy to account, even though Emmy also knew everything. But didn't Joe Bradley also know that it was a fake thing?
So I was going to bring all this up during the whole Mia thing.
Okay. We can save it then.
We can bring it up. Yeah, whatever.
let's get out of this, and because we need more stuff at the end, so we'll
Okay.
save
Moving
it for
on.
then.
We got a little montage that we get through with a little breakfast with Lake and Michaels that doesn't really, nothing transpires other than Lake says that she's super wasted.
I mean,
last
I
night.
thought that was really funny
Yeah, me too.
because they did the cutout. They did the cut to of Molly apologizing.
Yeah.
And it looked like you could have told Lake, "I'm gonna kill you," and she was just so like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
She was so drunk.
Yes.
You could have told her anything at that moment. She'd be like, "Yeah."
Here's the thing though. So she was that drunk, but also not so drunk to throw out a little shit-eating grin when she was like, when Molly was like, said something along the lines of like, I miss us, like we used to be so close or whatever, or something like that. And Lake was like, "Yeah, okay. Like it just seemed at that moment, that grin was like that's not a true thing, but I'm not going to fight with you because I'm so
I
wasted.
do like how she was just like, "What happened? I might have been drunk, but it happened, so I got to agree to what happened." You know?
Yeah.
She was just like, "Well,
Drunk
I can't really do
words.
anything about it."
Yeah.
Drunk words are true thoughts or something.
Yeah.
So,
Our
yeah.
sober thoughts.
Sober thoughts. Yeah.
I liked it because it just like those kinds of scenes, like seeing someone that blackout, but like obviously not like Craig Conover blackout where like he just like causes a whole scene. This was like that, like you can get blackout and it can be funny and chill. And it just reminds me of like when I used to be able to get that drunk and like it just hasn't, it's like I can remember the last times that I was that drunk. Like you shouldn't be able to remember those things. The young kids don't because they're so often.
Yeah.
I would like to increase those in my life.
Yeah. Or they do because it was last Thursday.
I've never been blackout drunk.
Never?
No.
Oh,
You're from Texas, though.
You know
They
how
build
to
them different out
do
there.
your
Yeah.
booze.
There was a point when they did the flashback of Michael's taking off his clothes and jumping in the pool,
Yeah.
and somebody says,
Don't say it. Please don't say it. We're going to skip over it and not talk about it.
I will cut it.
Nobody.
I don't understand why would they say that? It sounded like Brad. Sounded like Brad.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. I want to know if it even came from that moment or if they just had that in the reserves and like, let's just clip that in there.
The only time I ever hear that word, and I'm not going to say it because I'm not going to, but I feel like if you watch the scene, you'll know. The only time I ever hear that word is literally from the mouths of gay men. And I just can't help but wonder, do you guys deal with this all the time? Like,
Nobody needs.
Dingleberry.
What did you say?
he said it. And
No,
he
dude, no one needs to have this conversation. This is private time. Deal with that yourself. No one needs to be like, I don't need this in the comments. People being like, actually, it is a pandemic.
I just want to know,
I
like,
don't need to
I
know.
think
You
it
don't want to
is.
know. Okay, great. Then like, that's something I don't need to know about.
No, I don't need. Okay, but I
Moving
just have to
on.
say that, like, you know how
Back
like
from
there's
Hawaii.
certain things that like throughout your life, people will say something in passing or whatever, and like it's so meaningless. And like
The hand farter's out.
the amount of times that I think about the first time a guy told me something about this, who was a gay guy and that was telling me about some excursion he had just had, I have never forgotten it. It still pops into my head, maybe once a month. Like, and this was 15 years ago.
sounds terrible for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty terrible, but I can't help but wonder if this is a thing that they just deal with and they just sort of get over it.
Well, let's not ruin the couches. Let's move on so
Okay.
it doesn't throw up.
Okay.
What's up, bud? Maya's back.
Mia.
Mia, sorry, what, bro?
Mia's back from Hawaii.
Wait, are you missing Justin's room?
I mean, listen, Justin is banging Jordan. That's the only thing we find
Yeah,
out.
nothing really happened there.
Jordan is someone, and I haven't even I've Googled it
very
yet,
good,
but Jordan has
yeah.
been on something else, and I just can't remember. But it's one of these shows. I don't know if she popped into Southern
I think
Charm.
she was on this show last season.
Oh, was it just she just
think
on the
so?
same show she was on last season?
Because
Okay, that
she's
could
been
be it.
around, I think. Yeah. yeah.
Okay. 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 So then now
If I got it
you're
wrong, get in the comments. Let us know.
So Justin is banging Jordan. Maya's back from Hawaii. She calls TJ, and TJ just tells her basically about the party and that Maddie pushed over her thing, and she's real mad, but she doesn't say anything else.
Okay.
Bad producing. You asked last week if you thought this show had legs. When I see a B story about a cutout being pushed over, I'm like, maybe this show doesn't have legs.
Listen,
That's a shitty B story.
Touche.
Cutout gate is nothing.
touche.
Why is anyone angry?
Dude,
$200.
this is all filler stuff in an episode that was almost all filler.
It gets brought up multiple times in this episode,
Yeah.
which angers me.
Yeah.
This is a shit B story. I'm sorry.
And the fact that somebody says that, oh, these things are like $3 to print out, and I want to be like, no,
$200.
they're not. They're way more expensive.
They said $200. They gave an
Oh,
actual
I thought
price.
she said $3. Somebody says
Maddie
these things
said
are like
$3.
$3
I think,
I think Maddie says it.
Mia was like, those things were $200 or $300, something like that.
Yeah, because I've looked into them for just our own stuff, and like
You're
they're
gonna do a cutout of me.
yeah, just you, so it can stand right behind you.
Yeah.
No, it was gonna be Craigie. Standing right behind you, or standing right behind me.
Whoa, guy.
Just kidding, kind of.
Disgust. You're so porno.
Anyway, Maddie's house.
Maddie's house.
Now we're at Maddie's with her sponsor from the AA.
Julia, right?
Julia.
I love Julia.
Julia's pretty funny. It seems like they're pretty close, as you might want to be with your sponsor of 11 years. I don't know if she's been her sponsor the whole time, but like,
Seemed like kind of the majority of it.
yeah, it seemed like a long time. And like, I love how well they know each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was super fun to see her just be vulnerable in a different way. And then the whole, like, I would have never in a million years pegged Maddie for a PowerPoint type, like to leave a party where she just had a full meltdown and then go home and spend. That took a minute. I've done PowerPoints. They're not the easiest thing in the world. So that took time. And then do it and then acknowledge like, okay, that was a problem. I might need to text Julia. What? Oh. I told you I should wear a hat. I hate my hair.
Just let me just see something.
Sorry. I'm sorry, people of America.
It was fine, and then you start putting your fingers through it.
I can't imagine that. I can't imagine going home angry
What?
and making a
Just every day of
PowerPoint
my life.
presentation
Oh.
with photos of your friendship. That's like being angry on a jet ski. You're making a PowerPoint with photos of friends smiling. How angry are you in after that third slide?
Well, how do
like
you
she's
know?
putting it, she's like, oh, that looks nice right there.
How do you know that wasn't her therapy? How do you know she didn't go home angry and think, I need to relax with a PowerPoint? Remind me how friendly we
Dude,
are. And that
I could be
calmed her
angry
down.
1,000 times at you, and I would never go, I'm going to make a PowerPoint about
Well,
it.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I would have never clocked Maddie, especially. Like, we're not PowerPoint people, and we're definitely not therapeutic PowerPoint people. So, like, it was funny.
I didn't know
and
there
kinda,
was a therapeutic PowerPoint.
I didn't either. So it was cute and funny to find out from Maddie Reese that, like, you're a DJ and you do PowerPoint therapy.
This goes to your point earlier, just bringing up like that you can't imagine what she would be like drunk, because that to me is something that I would do. There was one time that I accidentally snorted crank.
What the hell? How do you accidentally
Well, I thought it was coke,
crank?
and I was like 21,
Okay.
okay? And I was up all night doing weird little projects like that. So I imagine when Maddie used to partake in drugs and alcohol, and like I said, maybe it was like the total polar
Bro,
opposite.
Maddie
But,
fully
like-
has a storage unit. Maddie has a storage unit full of projects.
Yeah, no, that tracks.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious, Travis.
I'm just so blown away by this PowerPoint.
I thought you were gonna say you're blown away by my admission that I did crank on accident.
Who hasn't done crank?
On accident, though.
Oh, I did it on purpose. It was a different time.
It was.
It was a different time. But then you brought it up earlier. The like, I think the power. Like, are you annoyed by the PowerPoint? Do you think it's cute? Like, what is your?
No, there's nothing about Maddie that I think is cute.
Really?
I know you're like her biggest fan. Don't love her. I think she's annoying. I honestly, if I came home to my roommate going, I'm so angry, I'm making a PowerPoint, I'm like, maybe you should start drinking again.
Yeah.
Maybe we should go get a drink together.
Does Travis need a mark?
No, because I have not I like Maddie, but I don't trust Maddie. Like I just like these scenes to me, like I don't know, like, and normally would only go into these things like when I feel like you're trying to bamboozle me, because I think that she's drumming up story. This, I would not be surprised if she goes, wouldn't it be hilarious if I feel like she might have already thought how funny this would play, but I thought it was so funny that I only appreciate it. This is the kind of drummed up shit that I appreciate. So
And the end when she's like, when her sponsor's like, I think you should do this and that and the other, and Maddie's like, and so don't send the
So
PowerPoint.
No, Maddie goes, should I send the PowerPoint? Julie's like, no,
No, you should
delete it
not.
now. No one should see this.
I love how she was
Well, there's
like, she's
two
like,
moments.
so should I hold off on the PowerPoint? She goes, yeah, maybe hold off.
So there's two moments. There was one like when she first tells her about it, and she's like, wait, did you send this to him? And Maddie's like, no, should I? And she's like, no, definitely not.
Yeah.
I love
And
that
then by the
dynamic.
end,
Yeah.
she's like, I need you to do this, I need you to do this, and do this. And Maddie's like, and so don't send the PowerPoint.
Yeah.
And she's like, let's hold off on it for now.
Yeah.
So like she had convinced there was a change. Like at first it was a hard no, and at the end she was like, let's
No,
hold
that's
off
just
for
being
now
good
as a
sponsor.
maybe.
There's no
Exactly.
hard nose.
It was a maybe.
Exactly. She just knows her well enough. And that is one thing that I don't hope to get a drinking problem just so I can get as good of a friend as a sponsor is.
Yeah, please
But it
don't.
seems like sponsors are
That's hilarious. Just someone become an alcoholic because they needed a friend.
Yeah.
Oh my
is
God.
the funniest thing I've ever heard. That's
funny.
so good.
But they have to become
it's just
sober.
a long con.
Yeah.
That's how Courtney came to LA,
Oh,
knew
yeah.
no
Weight
one, and was
Watchers.
also super broke, and her parents were like not helping her at all. And she was waiting tables at Bossa Nova. She would go to what's
Weight
it called?
Watchers.
Weight Watchers meetings.
Yeah.
And you've seen Courtney, like she's
Courtney's
like
looked like
6
that forever.
foot something and skinny. Like, yeah, she would go just to like because it was like free counseling. So she was utilizing the free counseling
And like friends. She would make friends.
and friends. But that's what I
That's
think
your
about
girl.
that sponsor was that they seem like basically like really good friends who are trained to just listen and then also just give good, like to know you well enough to give good feedback. Where if you're just friends with no business attached to
Right.
it, it's just like a free for all.
Well, I mean, most sponsors would probably have their own sponsors because they're on their
Yeah.
own alcoholic journey of
Exactly,
sobriety
yeah.
journey.
Yeah.
I actually think about that, and you can leave this in or take it out. But I think about that with Shane all the time because like Shane's been sober for a long time,
Mm-hmm.
and Shane sponsors a few kids. And then I'm always like, what happens when you've been sober for a long time and like and maybe you like I get that you always have a sponsor, but like once you become a sponsor to a couple of people, do people forget that like, oh no, this person like the sponsor needs a sponsor, the therapist needs a therapist. You know, I think
Yeah.
about that all the time.
No,
I mean,
know.
a doctor can't check their own ass, so the doctors have doctors.
Well,
you know, like
they
everyone
could.
needs somebody.
Yeah, like you always
can
see in The
reach.
Sopranos that the what's his name's therapist, you would see her meeting with
her
the-
therapist.
with her therapist and talking about her clients, and that was like an ongoing thing that you would see every few episodes. Anyway, but the
That
one thing
seems
about
like a
Shane, now that you just bring him up,
breach
is that
of
he
something.
is so like I try to talk really fast to Shane because Shane will lose attention like that. So I would find myself. That's why those Salt Lake recaps that we did with Shane were so high energy because I'm just like kind of a nervous wreck in front of Shane, like trying to get him to just like make sure he hears my whole sentence. So I'm trying to talk really fast. I have talked to Shane about the times that I have talked to him about alcohol stuff and addiction with my family, like just family members. Shane shifts like you've never seen him shift, and we're literally at goal. We were at a bar and I'm telling him this, it's packed with people and I'm yelling and he is the most dialed in. So I feel like Shane, when he puts his like addiction specialist hat on, is
Right.
like a totally different person and like probably the best sponsor you would find, I assume, just from and that was one of the first conversations I had with Shane.
Yeah.
Like pretty incredible.
Well, that's pretty incredible.
I do love in the beginning of this when Julia's like, oh, so Brad started it all, and Maddie's like,
Well, let's skip that part.
yeah.
No,
Wait,
Julia
what
knows
was
what's
that?
up.
Brad started it all?
Julia was like, they were talking about the fight. Maddie was like, we got this big fight with Brad, yada
Yeah.
yada. And Julia's like, so he started it? And she goes,
Oh.
and he does a little flashback. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure, let's go with that.
We didn't get into details.
I forgot that she didn't get into specifics.
We didn't get into specifics.
But the part where she's like, oh, and May's like, oh, I got so mad. And she's like, no, I know. I can see it. You had your hands doing this number. And then they cut to her doing that. And then that like that edit was so funny.
Yeah.
That's what you call pretty funny.
I have another note for this scene.
Great.
Hate the term gaslighting. I feel like it's overused. I don't like it. Like when it's used properly, great. It encapsulates everything you want.
Yeah.
But I feel like every time someone just feels like they were told the wrong thing, they're like, I got gaslighted.
Yeah. I didn't know what the real definition of it was for so long because I just assumed what it was from the first person that said it. I thought I'd figured it out. And then it seems like you're right. People use it all the time the wrong way.
You got gaslit about gaslighting.
I got gaslit about gaslighting. Because I never realized that it went back to like, was it a movie that like, where it's like a character is being made to feel crazy? I never knew that part. People were just acting like it was blame shifting, like saying what you're doing. Like if I tell you that you're doing something, you're basically telling me that I'm doing that. And so that's what I thought it was until I found out the real one. And now, yeah, I hate it because I feel like 50% of the people use it wrong, and not even for the same
more
thing.
than that.
Yeah.
People take words and they'll just, it means anything now. Like,
Yeah.
That's what I joke about all the time. Like, oh, it's 2026. Everything means everything. You can be anything. You can say anything.
You can say you have no act breaks.
Yeah. I'm sorry you feel that way. Like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's the I'm sorry you feel that way era.
Yeah.
Then we move on to TJ and Justin, maybe blossoming their little romance. Do you think Justin's?
He said he's 30% gay.
What does that mean though?
Is everyone a little bit gay?
Oh, I believe all that shit's on a spectrum.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can be 100% straight or 100% gay, but I believe everything's on a spectrum. And I believe America's a very prude country.
Yeah.
And this whole last 50 years, I think people just used to have orgies and sleep with whoever the was in that pile back in the day.
Yeah. No, that's what I think too. And these kids are like maybe a little bit of like really like late millennials and Gen Z are like just seem totally fine with just acknowledging that. And it just feels like it took a long ass time to get here, but we're here. Like
everything's cyclical.
Like I feel like I'm trying to think if there's any guy on this show, maybe Brad hasn't said anything like that, but also there's even more of a pressure, I think, for black men to not be like their families are even less, generally speaking, I'm not trying to nail everyone, but it does seem like they have even more of a reason to like just.
Yeah. And I don't think Brad's gay, but there's definitely been a few times where I've been like, oh, you party.
Yeah.
You know, like you'll party.
Yeah.
I wrote decanter and balls. The decanter.
Oh,
decanter.
Decanter.
Dude.
I like that.
Oh.
Wait, did you hear my new one? Oh wait, we were at work the other day, so maybe you did. That it's not algorithm, it's the algorithm.
No, I didn't hear that.
Because
I wish I didn't hear it.
He invented the internet. It's the algorithm.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Well, wait. I thought Barry made the internet.
Yeah, Barry did invent the internet.
Yeah.
And Al Gore took the credit.
Yeah. Maybe they did. Maybe it was a collaboration.
It could have been the collab.
Yeah, because Barry knows Hillary. Just saying. I was
The
impressed.
algorithm.
Yeah, you said that you're never going to call it algorithm again, and I hope that's not true.
It is. What do we think about Justin and his lady killer apartment?
I don't like guys like this. I don't like guys that are codependent and need someone around all the time, but can very easily just switch. It sounds like he's seeing Jordan as much as he is because he doesn't like to sleep alone.
Yeah.
I know guys like that. And I think they fool women because women, I've told you about my old roommate who would do that, where it was like, he just doesn't want to drive you home. That's why you're still here. He's just lazy. But they would take it as like, oh my God, we spent the night together. I thought it was going to be a one night stand, but like now here we are having dinner and I'm going to stay over again. And I think that he's that type, but he will find another one of those the following weekend and you won't ever hear from him again. So I don't know. It's kind of a weakness thing. I don't like it when women are that way either, because we always talk about women like being defined by they can't be alone. They have to be with a man. And I think that men are susceptible to that too. And so that's what I think he's doing. And then also for him to be the guy that says I'm 30% gay, I'm like, well, you'll just take this attention from anywhere. Like, that's why I think that it kind of pushes him, because he just wants to have an experience all the time. Like he can't get enough experiences.
Well, and then that's what he said about his last relationship was it went freaky and they had a threesome and it went awry.
Oh yeah.
So like, do you think the threesome was with another dude or another chick?
I was gonna ask you the same question.
Damn, great minds.
I thought the same thing.
So what's your answer?
What I wanted to say, I'm not gonna say.
Whoa.
I bet it was a dude, because for whatever reason I thought it was a chick. I perceived it that way in his story, and I don't know what detail he said or if I just conjured that
30%,
up. But it makes sense because he probably got a
33.
little too into it with the dude, and the girl was like, "Whoa, bro!
Yeah.
Like this was supposed to be for me."
Yeah.
I also don't know if it's a control thing or if I think it's a control thing. I don't know if he's gay. I think like he said tops. He's always going to top. So I think he just wants, he doesn't care what he puts his dick in.
Okay. Yeah. No, a lot of people can, I don't know if justify is the right word, but kind of think of it like that. Like it's not gay if I'm not taking it in the butt. So it's not gay then. Even though he seems fine with saying that.
But I don't think,
I don't know yet, but I also get the vibe because like the way he talked about the Robert Pattinson, he's like, that's a guy I can get behind. Shout out to the tops. Like it's very jokey. So it's almost makes me think like he is like trying to like, he seems a little too old to be a
Milking
you
it.
kid.
Queer baiting.
Is that when you just masturbate to gay people?
No, like when you make it a part of your identity to almost expand, like because it's cool.
Yeah,
and
exactly. I think it's
and like
cool.
getting other gay guys to like be a fan of you and thinking they might have a shot with you. You're getting more attention. You're getting more audience.
And just like it's trendy. He's trying to be trendy.
Yeah.
That's the vibe I'm getting.
It's so funny that I never really realized what the word queer bait meant. Like I would have thought that was a term, like certainly you can't say that anymore because the way that people said it when I was in high school was like, I don't think that they meant it that way. They meant it somewhere. I think that the actual definition of it is baiting queer people to like you or accept you or give you attention or whatever. So I'll be using it all the time and just know it's not.
I mean, you should look it up again before you use it all the time.
I've already done it a few times.
This part might be cut
and
out.
no one has yelled at me yet. Even the Spotify kids, and they yell at me about everything.
The Spotify kids like to yell.
Yeah.
That's a cool name of band. I got dibs. We're the Spotify kids. No? All right. Fuck you.
The shitty thing about the decanter was that it was a cool idea, but it doesn't seem like it was very productive. Like
you
efficient.
got to tip that thing all the way.
Yeah.
You got a lot of juices left in the balls.
I think he was using it the wrong way.
Oh.
Like, I don't think you'd do it that way. I think you'd kind of do it upside down.
Okay.
Would make way more sense.
I'll trust you. The best way to grab that cock.
You would know.
Only 92% gay. All right, so that was fun. Balls and wine. We're back to work now. It doesn't seem like anybody's seen each other since Mr. Wieners. So we work in the TV biz, if you haven't heard. But like the TV biz is weird. It's all kind of different. Movies are different than scripted TV shows, than reality TV shows, than competition reality, than like Pawn Stars type reality. It's all different. People will be like, well, you work in TV. I do, but not that kind of TV. But what I do know is Pawn Stars, there is there's the shop, right? Where you can go and do your Pawn Star stuff. And then for the show, there's another like set built in the back of this warehouse that is a replica of the shop. And like, that's where all the show things happen. And like, okay, cool. I don't think it always was that way, but that show got pretty big. And so they built a replica set in the background and scheduled everybody. Sorry if that breaks your heart, but spoiler alert, about to break your heart again because it happened to me. I used to think Antique Roadshow was like legit. And these people were just going to like antique shows and like spotting good finds and being like, oh my God, this is a such and such and a such and such. And it's worth $100,000. Apparently that's all. They reach out to those people and like yeah I didn't know that.
You still write letters to Santa?
What?
Wait.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Weird question. This show is creeping up on that because the like we talked about it before. It's like, oh, everybody went to work. It seemed like they hadn't seen each other in a while.
Yeah.
And then this was another moment of like, is this a real restaurant? Like, are you guys, is this a fake, like, getting ready room? Like, is there a fake restaurant in the back that you guys pretend to work at? And is this really the kitchen or is there a fake kitchen at the studio? And you got this, like, I got that vibe when everybody kind of started coming back to work.
Yeah.
That it was like, it gave me Pawn Stars vibes.
Is that how Vanderpump Rules was?
They had this back alley that is like now this infamous thing. I feel like when you can see it, you can easily walk by it. It's right down the street from here. If anyone's here, come say hi or don't if you're weird.
That's weird. Don't.
That you just walk by and you can see it's Sir Alley, but it was all outside. and it looked like shit. It was always just like a bunch of piled up unused chairs that were maybe half of them are broken and half of them are just like need to be adjusted, whatever. It just looked like a trash bin. So the thing I appreciate about Republic is that at least they're making this like a visibly like,
Yeah, it looks nice.
there's like a set in there, you know? Yeah, it's nice.
There's no alley that we've seen so far.
But yeah, it definitely looks.
But yeah, I wonder.
Seems
I
like
wondered
it's-
this time. Like, is this a real place that's happening?
Yeah. Vanderpump also did a really good job of like, if like even 3 of them were outside at one time, sometimes even 2 of them, Lisa would always come out and be like, what are you doing out here? Like, and you believed her. You believed that like people were waiting for their orders and you guys are out here, you know, screaming and crying about something. And it was like, get your asses back on the floor.
Yeah, and get the
Yeah.
and
I feel like nobody ever tells these kids, get back to work.
get the mozzarella sticks to table 12.
Mozzarella sticks.
All right. Well, nothing super crazy happens except we find out Brad and Julia or not Julia. Is that his name? His lady's name? Julia. So we find out that Brad and Julia are having the most amazing engagement party in the world after 1 year. We also find out that whatever Brad's doing, we need to do it because we need clients that have houses like that.
Oh, yeah.
Personal trainer.
You think I could be a personal
No.
trainer? Whatever. He's inviting Maddie, but he's also telling her that TJ and Mia are going to come and they can have like a little powwow and make everything right. And she thinks that's amazing. And then, of course, Emmy's in the background making faces.
I know. Because she does. Her face is so good.
She does like the faces.
Yeah.
Could you imagine Maddie and Charlie from Southern Charm just doing...
Charlie is not that bad. Maddie's are like emotional, hysteric breakdown. Like
Maddie's faces are emotional terrorism.
no, not Maddie. Emmy.
Sorry,
No,
Emmy's faces are emotional terrorism.
Emmy's face is like she's in the Blair Witch Project.
Yeah.
Anyone see that? No.
Yeah.
So yeah, Emmy's real pissed that she's not invited. Anybody care?
Emmy is looking for an apology. She should probably be looking for a conversation.
Yeah.
She should probably be dishing out an apology.
That's bonkers to me too. Because at one point, Julia told Brad, "You're just as bad as her. Y'all both need to talk. You're just as bad."
Yeah.
No, what she said was, if you don't have the conversation, you don't invite her, you will be just as bad as her.
She did not say you will be as bad as her. She said you're just as bad as her. I know that.
But like in the sense of like, if you don't have this conversation, you're just as bad as her.
Okay.
If you don't do something.
That makes sense for her follow-up comment at the date, because her follow-up comment at the date didn't make sense to me.
Well, that's...
I also, isn't this where Michaels had to go track down Joe?
Yeah.
And be like, go up front.
And go work. Go work.
Oh,
go
he's
do
pulling
your
Lisa
job.
Vanderpump. Okay.
Yeah. And then he goes out to do his job and he's like, I think that you got the tables.
You figured
down.
out where the tables are.
Yeah, it's cool. Good job.
Good for you.
And then talks about how he's bored. And then talks about how he's ready to run his own corporation.
No, that I can't wait to get to that scene. But while we're still here, I just have one thing to say about this. One of the most annoying things about these shows is the whole sort of build up and like the arc of I'm having this event and I don't want to invite this person. And all of the back and forth that goes around with the group. Oh, did you get invited? No, I haven't. No one's called me yet. You guys are all going, oh my, like on and on and on. And then that you have to have a conversation like, you should invite her, otherwise you're just as bad as her, or you're as bad, whatever it is. And it's like, of course she's getting invited. This is a show that like there has to be. Why would you have a whole event and not have some knockdown drag out? If
We
you
gotta
like,
have a fight.
yeah. So it's just funny that like we are always forced to watch this whole will she, won't she get the invite, which she will. Spoiler alert for every show. Yeah, I just want to state, I get that you got to do it, but I think it's really obnoxious that we have to suffer through it.
What's called a setup.
I know, but it's like,
I'm sorry you feel that way.
but when you set something up, we should all be believing that this is what's happening. And it just is like, this happens every single episode and every time throughout every show we watch. And I just think that somebody needs to get creative and figure out a different way to do this.
Yeah, these shows get formulaic real fast.
Yeah.
I feel like this show isn't about Republic anymore or them even working there. Was Vanderpump that way? Did they shift and it was just like, or did they constantly go back to the bar?
Always. Vanderpump did it right. I'm telling you, I think it's because they paid them so little and the seasons were so short that like they really needed this job. And also, you got to keep the job if you want to continue being on the show until it got more so where it's like, well, even if Tom Sandoval just fucks off the whole night, we still really need the Tom Sandoval character in here. So I think that they probably buy more freedom as it goes along. But like, I really did believe for several seasons that those kids were all working for a living.
You and this guy with the Antique Roadshow.
You don't think that Vanderpump was that way?
I believe every show's produced.
Oh.
They pay producers.
No, I do too. But you don't think that Vanderpump, like you don't think they
I've
were
never
really
seen
bartending?
Vanderpump. But it's
He's your friend.
it does make sense that it's been around for a while. Like, yeah, reality TV wasn't paying people the way they're paying people now. You know, like some of these cast members are making 10 to 15K an episode.
Yeah. Back then I feel like they were making like $5,000 maybe and like only had,
6 episodes is only
they were shorter seasons. Then they got longer. Those were great. Vanderpump at a point had like 20 plus episodes.
That's
good
like
old
Housewives,
days.
dude. Housewives is like a sitcom season.
Yeah. But even
Psychotic.
sitcoms aren't like that anymore. But like when I worked in sitcoms, like
Back in the
we
day.
would get the first 12 and then we would wait to hear if we were going to get it back 9. That was the whole thing that you were like waiting for those first like 6 episodes. Like because I was always on new shows. So those were good times, man. Those times are long gone.
Mm-hmm. What did you think about Brad's lady talking to him just before we move on about like that call just being like, did you invite Emmy, and him being like, no, I don't think I'm going to, F that lady, and her being like, you like that whole conversation. Did we like that? Do we think it's fake as you think everything else is around here?
I liked it when I believed my version and she called him just as bad as she is. But then when we go to the dating scene or the date scene, and when she's like, if you apologize, I'm going to break up with you kind of thing. Not a fan of that. That's jumping ahead, but sorry.
Well,
I don't like ultimatums, Julia.
How do you feel about it now that you know what actually
I don't
happened?
like it.
You did like it
I
before.
think it's so f***ed out for someone to walk into a conversation and go, I want an apology, but I'm not going to offer you anything. There was foul play on both sides. Also, apologizing to someone's the easiest thing in the world.
Hold
Take
on.
the high
But
road.
you don't think that Emmy should apologize to Brad for the
I think they should both. I wrote that down earlier. She wants an apology. She should be open for a conversation where they both apologize and they both go, you know what I did was a little f***ed up. You know what I did was
What
a little
did Brad
f***ed
do
up.
that was f***ed up? In this specific instance.
Well, the whole thing is about the fucked up thing that he did.
Not for her though. Like her, it was the like lying about, well, what they thought was lying about Will not coming out and the mental health and like them playing the trick on them. Like her playing a trick or like trying to take pull a fast one over them all and laugh about it in her room and saying that, oh, they're dead to me now. F those guys, Brad and TJ,
so
blah,
that's
blah.
why
And then
he
Brad
needs an apology.
hearing it.
Why does she?
No,
think
he
that
needs an apology for the I feel unsafe. Brad is making me unsafe.
But also to the whole thing that he overheard her tell him on stage, I miss you so much. I really want to mend this. You mean a lot to me. And then for him to overhear that her telling whoever on the other end of the phone, I feel like it was
mom.
Will's parent.
Mom.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah.
I don't even think I knew that. I just thought it was because like I imagine Will's dad coaching them through like, here's how you win this court case.
Yeah.
So I thought that it was like her basically not meaning anything that she said on stage. I thought that that's why he wanted an apology along with telling somebody else completely different. I'm scared of him. But what does Emmy think that she's waiting for an apology for?
I don't know. You got to talk to this guy.
I mean,
There's two people in the world
I don't
that
think
think
anyone's
Emmy,
acting like a mature adult in this situation. Like I said, like, I don't know, walking by a hotel door and you're hearing someone, but listening so intently that you know it's Will's mom and you know everything. Move on. Walk down the hallway. How close were they to that door? How long did you listen?
Maybe they were on
That seems like,
speaker.
also, like I just said, it's so easy to apologize to someone. It's so easy to take the high road. Why would you not?
No,
I'm sorry that
agree.
I probably didn't handle everything perfectly in this situation too, Emmy. I'm sorry that I probably could have handled things in a more mature way, Emmy.
Oh, because Emmy's acting like, okay, maybe it's that the text message that she showed Maddie without showing Maddie the context or telling her the context of like why he said you're dead to me, bitch. Like if I saw that somebody said that to my friend, I would be like, fuck this guy, like 1,000%. But if I knew that it was because, well, I did just say we totally got one over on this moron. I guess like that would make me be like, well, you kind of asked for that then, you know? So I wonder if she thinks that she's owed an apology because of the lie that she's basically told.
But who
she thinks we're all
said
believing
that
it.
Emmy is owed an apology?
I said that it would be a mature for them to both apologize.
Other than that,
Wasn't Emmy saying I am waiting for my apology from Brad?
During the work shift opening, Emmy said she's looking for an apology. At one point in that when they're at Republic, Emmy says I'm looking for an apology or wants an apology
from Brad?
Yeah, I thought it was.
That's the only context that it would make sense in. I don't know if she specifically said I want an apology from Brad, but I think they just got done with talking about Brad and she was saying she needed or wanted an apology.
That's what makes this show so hard to follow because it is such shitty story. Like that, the fact that, like, how I have questions about, like, what did Joe know and when did he know it? Like, it should be very clear, like, what he knew and when he knew it and whatever. But there's a bunch of these kinds of things that I'm like, just like this, like, what's the apology? Is the apology? Is she asking for an apology because she thinks that we all believe the lie that she's basically telling, which is, I just got this random text. I didn't do anything in my room. He just called me a bitch and said I'm dead to him. Like, does she think that everybody is believing that right now? So she's going to even like take that to the next level and be like, and I need an apology for it. Like, it's just a lot to like, it's not good storytelling.
Yeah.
It's just very shoddy.
Yeah, and Emmy's a Looney Tune. So
yeah, she's a Looney Tunes.
that doesn't help. All right. Anything else?
No, dude, I'm good.
All right. So now we get to the sad news.
Wait, with who? Oh, yeah. Okay, sorry.
You don't think it's sad? Why are you so grumpy?
Listen, I am deep into Southern Charm right now. I'm deep into Summer House. And I love that we get to one thing and then the next thing comes up. They've been sitting, like, I don't care about Maya and Troy. Why the f would I care about Maya and Troy?
Wait, Mia and who?
Mia, sorry.
Oh, Mia and her I know.
You're
her
talking about the breakup, right?
Yeah, her boyfriend's name is Troy, right?
Why would I care about her that?
So sad.
I've seen like 3 pictures of him.
I thought that you'd be
good.
celebrating because Mia's single.
I mean, I'm not, but
Dude, Mia's coming back. I
If
can't
I
believe
were-
it. I feel like I wish I
Do you think
manifested.
me and
it.
Justin
I just
are
watched
gonna-
a lot of Beverly Hills Housewives. I'm just manifesting left and right over here.
do you think me and Justin are gonna hump each other consistently?
I pray to God not, because she should have. I don't even know who in Charleston. She should have Craig Conover. Okay, fine. She should have someone much fucking cooler and better looking and just better than this douche nozzle. What did they call him? They said his balls smell like trail mix
Well, no, but yes.
and doesn't shower.
No. Well, I thought that was funny. When he went on the date with Molly
You
and he
would.
was like, oh, I'm an onion. I could peel back the layers or something. And she said something about smelling, or he's like, I know it's nice, but it doesn't smell very good. And she's like, I prefer a shower. And he's like, well, that's good. I have one of those in my apartment. That's funny.
This guy, I don't like dudes like this. Like they're a huge turnoff for
He's a
me, and I
little
think
weird.
it gets annoying because I see a lot of girls are into it, and I'm like, gross.
He's a little weird. He's definitely a weird,
Yeah.
weird guy.
I'm also big on showers.
You are big on showers. You do like a shower.
Yeah. What do we think about her going on this vacation and basically saying, if I get proposed to, I'm saying yes. And then they have a lovely vacation, a 2-week-long vacation, and now like she seems perfectly fine.
Was she ever the one that said she thought she was getting proposed to, or did TJ say that?
No, she
TJ
said
said that, but she said she was like, oh, we're going on vacation, and Molly or somebody was like, so like, what's going to happen? Are we doing it or whatever?
Yeah.
And she's like, well, I don't know, but if he proposes, I'll say yes.
Yeah.
TJ was the one that kind of was like, oh, I think they're getting engaged. I think he's going to propose to her. The being okay with it is weird. Like she definitely seemed chill with it.
Yeah.
I think that like 2 weeks in a vacation in Hawaii when you're expecting a thing to happen and that thing doesn't happen and you get back and it's like, okay, we do live in separate cities. We just dealt with this with Austin and Audrey on Southern Charm. Spoiler alert.
Son of a bitch.
Sorry.
To know Austin is to know he's not going to end up with whoever he's with.
Not that big of
So
a spoiler alert.
But I also feel like that made it easier. Like with a long distance relationship, you always have a part of yourself that's just you.
Yeah.
Because they're never there all the time.
Yeah, no, totally.
So
and
I
he
think that's a
enjoyed
little
that.
bit easier to go to a breakup after that because you already have your life. You all
Got
have
it,
two separate lives.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. That's why Mia seemed fine because it was she already
That
spent most of her
is
life
true.
by herself.
Oh my God, that is so true. I always think like how the person I dated after I got divorced, I really did love this person. But then when we did split, we were always long distance. So it was so easy to just return to, it wasn't even returning to anything. Like I was already doing it. And so it was just like, that wasn't a phone call I was going to have that day or a trip I had to look and see, okay, what weekend or, whatever, because you already are living your full life.
You're not relearning things like, we always used to sit here and watch this.
Yeah,
No, I
or
sit
like-
here all the time and watch this by myself.
Yeah.
I always
I
order
kinda
the dinner
enjoy
that
it.
I want. I
Yeah,
don't have to
yeah,
wait
yeah.
and think about what do you want to eat tonight.
And quite frankly,
Yeah.
50% of the time I was annoyed when you came down and I had to order something else from a different place that I
Yeah.
don't normally order. And I had to sit in a different spot on the couch.
Yeah.
You mother.
I kind of think, and this is just me being negative Nancy or me always assuming just sort of like the opportunist in people. But she, like I said, I thought it was very weird how she got kind of, I get why she got fired. I know Travis is a big proponent of if you talk shit to me, you're fired. So I
I
understand
would
why.
fire someone in a heartbeat.
I
If they
know,
took that
I
tone
know.
with me. In a-
So I
in a heartbeat.
understand.
Thank God Travis
I
can't
just-
fire me. I'll be out of a job.
I just liked her so much, and so I was really bummed to see her go. And I thought that it was kind of out of the blue because I thought she had very much main character energy, and I thought that's crazy that they just like sliced her out like she was nothing. I mean, she has been just like in the wings since then. She's like you said, she was in like 3 episodes, 1 season, and then whatever. So there's a part of me that wonders if like she for the last 2 seasons has been with this dude, and it's been kind of like in the beginning it was okay because she's not on the show anymore and she's in this great relationship. She was like really pumped on that relationship when it first got started. And then I'm wondering if at a certain point she starts realizing like, I really want to be on this show again. And he's not even, I'm just driving out here constantly and he like not bringing it up again, trying to like play it cool. I'm breezy. And then finally for him to not make the move out for a girl like her, she's probably kind of put her life on hold in a way for him. And now, you know what, don't marry me. And I'm going to get back on this show and you're going to see everything. Like I'm going to date and I'm going to find someone else. I'm going to basically just get back into this thing that I kind of let go and let happen. And I've been blowing the last 2 years on you. And so it kind of just seems like that also might be a reason why you wouldn't be so devastated because now I can really get back on TV.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. She's in the financial world. Like she has a good job. She went to go do other things. I think she's happy just jumping in a couple episodes every season, getting a couple 10, 15K for guest spot appearances and then being done with it. That's a lot of drama to live in.
But she loves it.
Because she
Every
was in a
episode
pageant.
she's on. Yeah, well,
I mean, she was
she
competing.
was, but I don't
No,
think.
I
I think that was a.
No, I kind of agree with you. She does love the drama.
Yeah, she's all day. It's like even at the end of this episode when Maddie, like you couldn't even give her a hug and like give it 10 minutes. The hug wasn't even done. And she was like, oh, you're not gonna step on me this time. Like she's not gonna hold back. She's not gonna wait. It's on. Let's
when
go.
TJ first told her, she didn't care. Like that's why I hate this B story.
Well,
I
she
hate
didn't
this.
not care. She knew she was gonna. She didn't care when she was talking to Maddie. She was just like something to get saucy about.
Yeah.
But she cared in the sense that when TJ was telling her, she was like, "Oh, really? Okay," and was laughing.
Yeah,
Like,
because it's not a thing.
all right.
She's going to challenge Maddie this season, I think, which I think Maddie really needs because right now Maddie has no competition. Like we love Molly and Lake, but like Molly and Lake couldn't really give a shit to deal with the Maddie BS. Like they're funny. They're like the sideshow that like for like kind of comedic value, you know, like we're all in on them, but like they don't really seem to care about like whatever's going on over here. I think Mia will make it more of like her story to challenge Maddie, and I love that because I think it's necessary.
Well, I think Molly and Lake seem more little sister,
Yeah,
and Mia seems more best friend, so equal. Like, I'm not saying that her and Maddie are best friends. I'm just saying in the structure of it all. Like the girls are little sisters. They're not going to challenge the big sister just yet.
I think they also think that older people are stupid.
Well, that too. Older people are a little stupid. All right. Should we get to Joe's big interview?
Joe and Leva.
Joe's big elevator pitch to take over the corporation.
What did he pitch? He pitched give me a better job.
It's been a while, you know, and I think that like he deserves, you know, like for some respect, and just because he's the door.
No, exactly.
You know,
exactly.
like
Joe loves buzzwords.
Oh my gosh,
he says buzzwords.
This kid. I would fire him. That would be you're like, oh, don't talk to me in the Mia tone. If you came to me and said all this for your pitch for me to give you a restaurant, I would be like, oh, you're so fired. You're so fired. I don't ever even want to get out of Charleston.
He said this to Leva. I have dreams, you know? Yeah.
Cool,
dude.
That's fantastic,
Great.
Joe Bradley.
It was the most embarrassing thing to watch. And
This was
I feel like a lot of
worst
people
episode.
have done, he's just showcasing stupidity like left and right now. Like I've always thought that he was kind of a ding dong, but like I haven't seen
This is next level.
It's like he's been doing too much drugs all year or something. Like he really does feel a little disconnected from reality now. And maybe it's because he thinks that he's got this like all-star girlfriend and he's been going here, there, and everywhere and getting like the treatment, like I'm with the DJ, you know, which is
And he's
normally
part
the
of the team.
girls'
He's
like
the
side
team,
of like
yeah.
the relationship. I feel like I had a T-shirt that said I'm with the DJ when I was in college.
He's hanging his hat on like, oh, I worked hard 3 years ago.
Yeah.
3 years ago and I worked really hard?
Remember
Yeah.
that day?
Joe doesn't love unless he showed love. Joe isn't loyal unless he's shown loyalty.
Yeah.
Like he's just clueless. The dude's this isn't going to end well. He's ruining his job. Maddie's going to leave him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's just going to be nowhere.
Yeah.
He's and I hate to
dumber
say
than ever.
this because I don't run into a ton of these millennials, but he's the stereotypical millennial that's like, I showed up to work today.
I worked really hard.
How about that promotion?
Yeah.
Like, no, I didn't work really hard. I showed up.
I worked.
I got here. I made it here.
Joey Bottles right here
Today.
in the flesh.
What
You're
do you
looking at
think?
him live and direct.
You think tomorrow I can go to a brand new place and tell them I'm the boss?
Yeah.
Well, no, not quite yet. You get close, but like, you got to do something. Well, I'm here. I sent you a thing that said I want to meet. Like that was my thing too. Is like Joe wants to take over a spot, right? A restaurant, be a bigger part of this corporation, but can't even figure out how to email his boss for a meeting.
Yeah.
Like that. And even Maddie I was like, ChatGPT, what the shit are you two idiots talking about? Like you two are perfect for each other. You're both absolutely moronic.
I just think that she answers him because she doesn't really there's nothing is weighing on her. This is really not her problem. So it's easy for her not to call him out and be like, you're like, if that's you and you tell me I'm about to go in here and tell them that like, I want to bring a concept to you guys and whatever, I would be like, well, what's your concept? Joe doesn't have a concept. Like he doesn't know.
Yeah.
But she's not
the
asking these
word-
questions because she doesn't see him as like, for you, I bet everything on you. Your future's my future. I need this to happen.
Sorry.
And so she's talking to him like people that are just totally indifferent about how they're just here to be a good support system. And it's
Right.
easy to be really supportive when like none of this is going to fall on you. It doesn't really matter.
It's also like I hate TJ, but TJ came to her with like, hey, I have this idea for this thing from me.
Exactly.
Where Joe's just like, I want to be a cog in your machine.
Mm-hmm.
Give it.
Yeah.
Well, and then the other thing, like she said, which I was pumped on, like, and again, every time, like we talk about all the time, is like Leva on this show, amazing. Leva on Southern Charm, horrible.
Which a couple days ago, I think our last episode, you said Leva didn't show up till like 2020. Leva's all up in season 1, 2, 3, 4.
No,
just
that's
sporadically. She's Cameron's friend.
which is what's funny about that is how they give. So it's just that show is very male driven, and the fact that she is this person that like owns multiple bars on like the Santa Barbara State Street of Charleston, you know, like the equivalent of that. And like when we first meet Leva, we are at her bar. No one says this is Leva's bar. Like the Chiron does not say we're at Leva's bar. It just says like, oh, this is Chef's friend Leva. And this is Republic. Yeah. It was very weird how
and she had just opened Republic. Like they were just getting like, imagine watching Leva on Southern Charm become the most successful person. Like her and Craig were like, you know, but like no one watched it. It's so weird. It was so weird.
No, it was really weird.
It would have been so great.
And that went on for like a few seasons where she would just pop in randomly and like nobody ever really said who she is, or like she's a big Charleston. She's a part of the Charleston establishment.
Yeah, she's a big deal.
Yeah.
But when she says like her and Lamar really believed in Joe, and then season 2 or 3, they were like, no, that's our guy. We want to move forward with Joe. We want him. We want to.
Season 2. That was definitely season 2.
Season 2?
He fell off season 3. Too.
Where they were like, we want to shepherd him, or not shepherd him, but mold him into like the guy who takes over and opens up shit for us. And we told him like they've had this meeting before. They had the meeting they've had it 3 times then.
Yeah. Don't be forgetting stuff.
Well, listen, it's a lot of information.
Yeah.
The fact that she's like, what we've already given you, like I've already said yes to this, and you went and blew it, right? And then for the I'm unreplaceable. You have been replaced. Yeah. Like, dude,
that was the greatest line.
And even like amazing. At the very end of the meeting, I didn't write it down. He had some smart aleck comment like, well, I'll show you. I'll do it. And you're like,
we'll just
be a little humble, bro.
Yeah, a little bit.
Tail between your legs, walk out.
Yeah.
Be an all-star for 6 months, and I guarantee you're going to get a decent opportunity.
Well, watch me. She's like, I don't think if you want to work Friday, Saturday, Sundays for the next couple months and show me whatever, then I'm willing to offer you that. She's like, but I honestly don't think you're gonna do it. And he's like, we'll watch me. He couldn't even say that with a ton of confidence. He kind of stumbled over those words.
You know what I don't think he gets is that the whole anything, but like it should be so obvious to anyone that like when you are someone like Leva and you're to the point where you want to open up more spaces, the thing that like holds anyone back, I think the biggest thing about doing that is like, who am I going to staff it with? Who can I trust to run it? So I don't know if Joe understands that like you pitching an idea to Leva and her going in on a business with you, that means that she has found a GM basically who's going to be there night and day. And like you are now, your name's going to be on the door, but you got to be here 24/7. Anything that goes
and you can't get bored in a year.
Anything that goes shitty is all your fault. Yeah. And like that guy, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, that's Joe's whole life. But like Joe's not going to contribute that much of his life. I think he's got it all wrong of like what being in the restaurant business is.
I wouldn't even give him that job, regardless if he does great for 6 months, because he's delusional. Because he thinks right now, if she would have been like, great, dude, you're in charge of Republic tonight.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the shit show that would have been?
Michaels has a better chance of doing like
1,000%.
Michaels could run a place, and like Joe has fun at the door and he's bored at the door. Mm-hmm. So like that's what you liked. You liked being at the door. You liked being handsome.
You liked being Joey Boggles.
You liked being Joey
Boggles. When he was at the door single.
And bringing chicks in and flirting and
getting
like
the hookups.
Yeah, like
friends.
dude, come on, like. That's what you like. You don't want to run a place. That's not running a place.
No.
And then you see Leva and Lamar come in and they've got 3, 4, 5 places. They got a whole corporation that is a hospitality company that's running these things. They walk in right after 10 or 12 years of busting their asses and staying up nights after nights, getting shit done and washing their own dishes and cleaning stuff, like paying their own money, all the things. And they walk in and everyone just is on their jock. They earned that. They get to be that. That's not you, Joe.
No.
That's not going to be you day one. That's you 20 years from now.
When you realize that you have nothing else, so you got nothing but time to put into this place. This is what makes Schwartz and Sandoval look pretty good because they were very into it. Remember, Lisa had to be like, can you guys just chill out?
Yeah.
And Tom would be like, no,
But
but I
that's
got
the
ideas.
other thing. So that's the other thing is like I said recently that I think Craig and Paige's relationship ruined all these other couples on
Yeah.
these reality shows. I think Tom ruined this
Yeah.
kind of like everyone's like, I'm going to get a Tom.
Yeah.
Like, would you guys know what happened to Tom, right?
Yeah.
Like that shit went
What
to
happened to
What
Tom's
happened?
mom?
spoiler alert. But even Tom, what's even the other one? The first one that they did?
Schwartz
With-
and Sandy.
Schwartz
No,
and Sandy's.
second one was Schwartz and Sandy's.
First one.
Tom was
the
what they did
first
with
one.
Lisa.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like like that, it's fine, but like it didn't. She had to
You
like.
guys aren't impressed that I knew that.
No,
I'm
I love
pretty-
that you
pretty
didn't. I'm
impressed, yeah.
honestly so jealous of you right now that like that's a show that you haven't started yet because you are going to be like, this is the greatest show. For the first 3 seasons are maybe some of the greatest television, the greatest reality television that you've ever seen. And it's never going to get better than that.
All right, let's get on to the last.
Wait, one other thing that
Oh my
no, I'm
God,
sorry, but just to
okay.
add one more thing I don't think Joe's thinking of is that when Lisa Vanderpump did that with Tom, those kids had to put in like $100,000. And I think it was originally she wanted $100,000 from each of them. And I think she ended up going down to, they had 5% ownership for $50,000 each.
Once again, Joe's not thinking.
Joe's not thinking about
Joe
any
just
of
sees
this.
Tom.
Yeah.
Bar.
Yeah,
Joe doesn't even have a car.
Joe Bar. Tom
Yeah.
Bar, Joe Bar.
Joe Bar.
Joe Bar.
Me want Joe Bar.
Joe is still Ubering
Joe
45
Bar.
minutes every day to.
Bro, Joe
he
doesn't
won't
even
get
have a car. Like you don't even have a car, and you want to run a restaurant.
He doesn't even have an outlet for his charger on his side of the bed.
Dude.
Doing that joke a second ago.
He doesn't
I,
even have a side of the bed.
I
That's
realized
Maddie's-
that like Joe is just a caveman. He's fully caveman.
Yeah.
He
Even
is
his dogs.
caveman.
He's like, I show loyal. You loyal?
Yeah.
I loyal.
Yeah.
And you're like, come on, man.
Me like respect.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he thinks that just styling his hair, I think that Joe thinks he walks in and people are like, oh my God, he's
This
here. Wow.
You're not season 1 Joe anymore, right, Joe?
Yeah, you're not season 1 Joe anymore.
You're not Craig Conover.
One day.
Idiot.
No.
All right, we're off Joe and so basically we all agree Joe's getting the promotion. Yeah. Congratulations, Joe.
Going to Joe Bar
We're
tonight.
gonna do 2 restaurants. You get to run 2 restaurants.
And never show up until you want to.
Yeah, it's fine.
They run themselves.
It's
Ask any restaurant.
Pretty easy. Yeah, you got food, you sell food.
Yeah.
It's all good. All right, now we're at the anniversary verbo. We first have Brad and Julia having their nice dinner, but with their paid chef, which seems fantastic. Gotta admit, got a little bit of the feels when she gave him
Yeah,
the
that was
anniversary
good.
gift. That was super sweet.
Yeah.
Seemed legit and nice.
Yeah. Anyone who's lost
Travis
a parent
gonna
is like,
shit
that
all
is
over
like,
I just
you would
was
just
very
super-
thoughtful.
like-
It was
Yeah.
very thoughtful.
It was super
fake
thoughtful.
and dumb, and I hate it when people write things that their dad wrote. Is that what you're gonna say?
No, my dad's alive. My mom died. It was,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
different.
I still have the last check that my dad gave me for my birthday, just so I could have his signature. And I mean, because you do the mobile deposit, you get to keep the check.
Oh, okay, fine.
So it's just sitting in my
saying.
dresser, just to. So yeah, to
Yeah,
see
that
to
one.
have her do that and had that handwriting on there, like I just could get a little verklempt even thinking about it.
Listen, we don't have dollar bills anymore, but I have our first check, like the first notified check from a company that paid us to do something.
Oh, that's not a dead parent.
It's close.
No.
One day.
And I hope you never have to know that it's not.
Yeah, that was super sweet. I loved that Brad had no idea what champagne was, basically.
He didn't know what that champagne was.
But he was like, it's tasty.
It is kind of funny because I feel like bartenders are actually know every kind of liquor and like they would not get just some random champagne for an event like that. It would be something that they use at the bar that they're like, oh, this stuff's the shit, you know? So
Unless
I
the
didn't even think about
cooking
that.
company got it for them.
In the car ride, the girl's car, Emmy said something. Being in a social setting with people, I'm on edge. Not
these
being in a
kids
social
are.
setting with like these specific people, just being in a social setting,
Yeah.
I'm on edge.
Do we think there's
We
a...
should talk. You should go see a therapist.
Yeah.
You need to work.
No,
through
that's the
some
Gen
stuff.
Z way.
Yeah. Do we think there's a setting where she's not on edge?
Emmy?
Yeah.
Or everywhere Emmy goes, like throughout all this time, she's always getting confronted with something, whether it's, oh, your boyfriend cheated on you yet again.
I gotta believe she has a nice time taking poops, brushing her teeth. You know, just the basic stuff.
Yeah.
You can't
I
be
bet
anxious
you every
taking
time
a
a poop is a little different, though. She's like,
poop. Take a picture. Take a picture.
What
Hey,
does this
hi, see
mean?
what they
does this
say.
mean? Will, can you look at this?
I just imagine that Emmy's whole day revolves around of like what piece of lingerie is she gonna have on tonight when Will comes home. Like that just seems like, listen, she's working for a living.
I'm gonna change my career and go to law school. If that's what you get. Wait, you know what that story reminds me of? How you were conceived.
How I was conceived?
Yeah,
I don't even remember how I was conceived.
I do.
Oh, because my
your
dad
That's
told
why it
me.
involves sex.
Oh my God! See, one of a kind.
Her dad
Standing
told
well.
me about the night that he came home.
We don't need to do this.
Okay.
I'm gonna say the D word.
If I know it, everyone else should know it.
I'm gonna say what Brad had in his mouth if you start talking about it. I don't know.
Dick?
Dingleberry?
Oh God!
It's not right. It's not right.
It ain't right. Wieners on the glass at the Alano Club.
It ain't right.
No good.
So everybody shows up. Listen, the greatest moment of this episode was Grace Lilly walking through that door.
Yes.
Like the way she walked through that door and slammed it shut and strolled into the kitchen. No, nothing needed to be said. That could have been the trailer for this episode, for this season. And Grace will never be anywhere that she doesn't feel she belongs.
Yeah.
Because
It's-
everywhere she is, she belongs.
Yes.
Something like that.
I hope that this isn't like a prelude of what's to come with like that they're not going to utilize her any more than like, listen, I appreciate the entrance.
I mean, come on, Natalie. It's been 3 seasons since she's been a full-time cast member. She's not coming back full-time.
But like more.
It's been a minute.
Do we at least get a new single? Because that's what I've asked for, a new single.
Who'd you ask?
I've asked the reality TV gods.
So you know Grace Lilly's personality, right? And
Yeah.
you're like, man, I'm pretty sure she committed to this one thing and has been doing it for the last 3 years.
Well, they've had this
She
single.
doesn't seem like someone that'd be like, I'm an artist and I'm going to do this forever now.
Maddie has to, head that up, but it's only worked out well for Maddie. She's had 2 really good singles in 2 different seasons. I feel like we didn't get one last season, or maybe it was season 2, whatever. One of the seasons we didn't get one, but that's no reason to not get one this season. But Maddie has to spearhead that. But don't forget about the people who helped you get to where you are. And I think that Grace Lilly was a big part of that.
And James Kennedy.
And James, yeah, I do feel like it's either Trevor or she's waiting for James Kennedy to ask her out.
Ooh.
Man, you get to meet James Kennedy. You've never met James Kennedy.
Oh,
Oh
snap.
my God.
And Raquel.
Well, I could have done without her, but also
What?
she's also the reason for the season.
Gonna be a
Season
good time.
ender.
It's going to be a good time.
Series ender.
Series ender, bro.
Yeah.
Get it straight. How do
Who
we feel?
knew that little dipshit could end a
a
series?
whole TV show.
Like you think she's just this little moron bopping around, and she ended one of the greatest series that ever lived.
You have that to
Anyway.
look forward
I
to.
don't know what you're talking about.
You're
No,
gonna,
not yet.
and I'm so jealous.
Not yet. You don't. Do we believe that Mia had no idea that she was in that group chat? I kind of bought it.
Oh, I did kind of believe
I
it.
did.
What are you?
This is hilarious. I'm usually you.
I
all
don't
the
like her.
time.
I don't like her. I know y'all love her. I don't like her.
I didn't like her. I
Mia?
don't.
Yeah.
I
You
didn't,
didn't like her.
I didn't like her. I never.
she's-
I thought she was just too much and too sassy and like now I'm slowly starting to enjoy her.
I love the confidence.
I think it's fake.
You think?
I think everything she's doing for cameras because she knows she's on camera, but no one has their life together. Everyone's got problems. And
She's
just
seizing
I
the day.
hated the way she's like, I standing on 10 toes that I wasn't in that group
Oh,
text. And
I
then,
do hate 10
and
toes
you're like,
and
"Oh,
standing on
really?"
business. I hate those.
And then she was like, oh, well, I wasn't paying attention. Okay.
But then she was like, "But I'll be honest. If I was, I'd be totally in on this." Like, so that part of it, I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh, fuck you."
And
you know,
haven't
you're
you guys all
not-
been a part of a group chat that you've got to mute? And like sometimes you actually forget to unmute
One
it.
pie down. I had to be asked out of a group chat once with you guys. You
Oh,
and
yeah,
Shane
we-
and Courtney.
We started our own group chat without you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But have you ever muted a group chat because you're at work and like your friends are just blowing it up and then you forget to unmute it and then you realize,
Yeah,
oh my
it
God, I
happens
missed
all the time to
a
me.
lot of
My
shit.
friends text me all the time.
That reminds me of that time that you guys, I think Gavin was talking about the group chat and how like if anyone finds my group chats, I'm going straight to jail.
Group chats with my friends.
Yeah. And
He's
you were like, what group chat is
with his friends.
It's
With
interesting.
his
But when I paused that group chat, the screen grab,
Yeah.
and they showed little bits and pieces of it. The most damning part of that was Joe. Joe was so giddy about this plan of throwing Trevor under the bus. And I'm like, if she could
That
see all
makes
this
sense.
shit, if she could, if Maddie could see this,
But
how are you
that's-
not angry at Joe? Yeah, it
because
makes
that's
sense.
the one that makes the most sense.
Of
Like,
course, but I also feel like he was the one, he was the cheerleader behind all this.
Okay, so are we here then? Like, this is the thing I brought up at the top that you're like, I have a lot to say about this. Is this the same thing?
Yeah.
Okay. So if he knew that the thing with Trevor was fake, how in God's name has she forgiven him? Like, I thought, like I said, you get
She's
into a
using him.
relationship
She's
with
using him.
okay, that's got to be it then. There's no other way, because the reason that you get into relationships with people like Joe after a devastating breakup is because they are a safe space and you trust them, especially when the guy that you left was a cheater. So she could trust the guy. Well, I mean, the guy cheated before, so I want to acknowledge that every time. Trevor has cheated in the past. He just didn't cheat during the time that they said, and it was at a time where they had decided to go clean slate, and he had lived up to his promise of after the clean slate. So now she's with the guy that literally broke them up, and she's not mad at him, and she's not mad at Emmy, but she's mad at the like. That's why this is so confusing to me. It makes no sense.
Yeah, Joe is just her comfort blanket in relationship rehab at the moment.
But how
and
is
she's
he
going to be over
comfort?
that?
When he lied to her and he broke up her, like when he was a part of the breakup,
I think
how
Maddie
does she trust him, and how's that a safe
compartmentalizes
place?
a lot of this.
Okay. And you did say, you were like, when I was talking the thing about Emmy last week, you were like, because she needs Emmy right now, because she's like, you got to have someone
You
in
gotta
your
have
corner.
someone, yeah.
Dude, this is a big stretch for her to put Joe in the. Unless, like you just said, unless she's completely just using him, because as we all know, a Showmance works wonders for you getting to be in the A story and you getting invited to the places, and Bravo loves you.
I think she's using him just for the comfort of it, because she's getting over something that was very traumatic.
But he caused
And
the
you know-
trauma.
Yeah, I don't know.
Listen, I think everyone's a little different. I
No.
think that Maddie clearly
No.
has something. Maddie's got a thing with apologies that she accepts, right? Apologies that go the way she thinks they should go in her head. And that sounds like I'm being a dick. I'm not trying to be a dick. But
You've said way dickier stuff than that.
yeah, totally. I just mean, like, I don't think Maddie's sitting there being like, you better apologize to me like this. And if you don't, like, I don't think it's that kind of thing. I just think, like, she's big on apologies, right? And seemingly, if what we're seeing is true, Emmy has apologized and was like the real, like, Joe brought it up, but Emmy was like, let me explain what happened. Here's all the receipts. Here's everything. We were all involved, blah, blah. So great. You're all involved. Now you all got to explain yourselves. Emmy and Will explained themselves, apparently. I don't know how, but they did. And she's fine with it, right? Brad has now explained himself, and she's apparently fine with it a second time. Mia has now explained herself, and they seem fine, right? Seems
Yeah.
like that was a thing, right? So now we're waiting on TJ. Joe is the only one who has an explanation, which is, sorry, dude, I was in love with you.
Oh.
My bad. You know, like, so he apologizes. That could be a
No.
cute little love story. That could, like, not really, but like in a weird sort of way. Like, that's Joe's excuse. He was crazy with love. He thought that guy, he bought it. He didn't know it was fake, or what, like, maybe he did.
And
but like,
she's a person that also acts off of emotion and
Yeah.
passion, so she might like relate to him in that.
yeah. And if Joe's constantly like making up for it, which Joe
Yeah.
would do, right? Then that's something, right? And then I also think there's a bunch of, she's trying to feel comfortable. She's trying to be with this dude that truly loves her, takes care of her, did this thing and is trying to make up for it. That can help sometimes, you know, like a little bit of rebound, a little bit of like, you know, he was there when type feeling.
And he was the number one guy on the show.
Yeah.
Which is like, even to
So
think
weird,
back
but
about,
yeah.
I know, because the bar was incredibly low.
Yeah.
Because he's like I said, he's definitely dumber, significantly dumber this season, but he's always, I don't think he's very charismatic, or like, he seems really sweet and open. Like when the whole thing with TJ happened and he was like, no, I did I did cuddle you.
Yeah, I did totally choke on your dong. Yeah, no, he does seem like a good guy. But now that you said the thing earlier about like, oh, it seems like he's just done too many drugs. I wonder if he's just busting through whippets and like helium balloons
like.
or whatever.
The
and
eye
just
contact
getting
seems
so
like that.
dumb from being on the rave circuit.
When you picture Joe in your mind, isn't his mouth agape?
Yes. And
like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Totally.
yes, and
It's
looking
just,
past you to where
yeah.
you're like, are you?
Yeah,
are
you
talking
good,
to me,
man?
or are you talking to like, someone behind me?
That's funny. All right, do we care about what happens 30 minutes later? Or do we get into that next
no, I
week?
think we'll get into it next week.
Next
They
week,
cliffhangered
ladies.
us,
Next
'cause
week.
I have a lot of thoughts.
We got faces. Lots of faces next week. All right, should we do comments?
Yeah, duh.
Great. Do you want to have a cigarette while I grab the rest of my comments?
Talking to me?
Well, she doesn't smoke.
I don't know. She could pick it up.
I'm
How
just
funny
trying
would
to
that be after years of telling you to quit if she just became a pack a day smoker?
Yeah, you find
so
my
bad.
pack of Camel Crushes.
Bro, I would have one
Like to crush it halfway
so
through.
hard. right now.
Yeah, exactly. It was like dessert at the end.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
That's good stuff, man.
Wait, so you're going first?
Yeah, I'm just gonna relay some audience sentiment.
Fantastic.
One being that Brad and TJ are the villains from 22 LA, A Mandy J, Jasmine Terry, and Shannon Fall. Like a lot of them think that Brad and TJ were way out of line with the cheating rumor storyline. Several comments said it was like it crossed from reality TV drama to like life ruining type shit.
True.
Yeah.
I'll buy that for $52.
Like some of them also thought that like the attempt to blame Will and Emmy afterward felt like a deflection. But I thought that Will and Emmy were the ultimate deflectors. Not that anyone asked me, but that's how I felt. A lot of people think Emmy's a lot. Harris did, Miss Chevy did, Truth for Peace, Shannon. Like a lot of people are struggling to find something to like about her. They call her overly dramatic, attention-seeking, pick-me energy, emotionally intense. Emotionally intense, that seems like a sweet way to say you're a
lot.
yeah, you're a nightmare.
A lot of people though were also said that like, oh, she started out great. Like season 1, she seemed normal. And
Shoddy
then
thought that.
Yeah, I did too. I used to like the two of them.
Me as a fan favorite, that's just pretty much me and Harris. Leva works better as the boss is Fish and Gal and Shannon Fall. They just think that she's way more likable on Southern Hospitality than Southern Charm, and we absolutely agree.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people think that Maddie might be overplaying the victim. And that's Fish and Gal, Grace Carr, and Shannon. Some viewers said Maddie may be milking the situation or keeping the storyline alive longer than necessary. I'd be saying.
That's how you sell those DJ tickets though. Wiggy, wiggy, wiggy.
And then other people also pointed out, as I did, she spread a rumor herself. But again, I meant that she was spreading, like the fake phone call thing was a weird thing for me.
Right.
And I still don't know if she's intentionally lied about Brad. I also feel like Brad could have easily been getting blown by a dumpster, and he's really taking it to the grave because he had a girlfriend at the time. And maybe it is just really important to him to like not lose that fight with an ex. Like he's, you know, sometimes like you lie about something for so long that you're like, well, now I am the lie now.
Yeah,
like I cannot.
Yeah, can't come clean now.
Yeah.
These guys always go off too on like, one's a cheater, always a cheater. One's a cheater, always a cheater. Oh, he cheated. One's a cheater, always a cheater. So if you don't have that cheater tag yet, you're trying to keep that thing.
Yeah, totally.
I said totes to Hofrith today on the phone, and he straight up was like, "Did you just say totes to me?" I'm like, I did. He's like, okay, I gotta go.
A lot of people think that Joe Bradley and Maddie have zero chemistry. That's Eva Flavor, Grace Carr, and Lisa.
Yeah, I was gonna read that one.
Well, you'll read it anyways. They think he feels like a placeholder boyfriend, which...
That's what Travis said.
Yeah.
Travis' fancy haircut.
And an emotional waiting room.
Emotional support boyfriend?
Maybe I probably quoted it wrong because it was way funnier when I read it.
I'm not going to disagree that you probably did.
Travis' turn.
Oh, I can go.
Travis, go with your comments. Travis,
you
first.
met a lot of people this week.
Comments.
I didn't join the comment section because I just, after talking with my fiance and my doctor, I didn't think it'd be right for my mental health. so I just took the night off.
It's fair. It's fair enough.
You guys like that? Did it
That's
land?
good.
Did y'all
Yeah,
get it? Because
it
the
did.
will reunion?
Landed 4 days ago
Okay.
when you set it up.
I tried the joke with Mike off camera to see if it would land, and he gave me his disapproving look as always. So
He probably just didn't get it. Grandpa didn't get it.
Huh?
from Fishing Gal 2, I'm over Maddie, and yes, Mike, I'll fight you on this one.
She will.
I just want to see you fight.
Fishing Gal, I'm pretty good at the fighting. I won't fight Fishing Gal though. Fishing Gal and I are split in an RV, a Sprinter van, and going on adventures fishing. If you didn't guess by the name,
You won't believe this, but Fishing Gal likes
she
to
likes
fish.
to go
Hunting,
fishing.
big hunter.
Big hunter, yeah, big bike rider. Yeah, no. So we have a couple of things. We gotta go. We're going on long, extended trips because we have a lot to talk about. Craig,
She likes
Maddie.
Craig.
That's what I mean. I'm not gonna fight her over Maddie.
Okay, all right.
Not worth it.
Pat Clark, 2398. I'm sorry for making you spit out your coffee. Thanks for telling me I did a good job.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a classic original spit take.
Yeah.
Dude, you had a lot of fans. I was not expecting this many
Yeah.
fans.
Pat Clark also said, "Have I seen this guy before? Is he a new guy?" Both. You've seen me, and I'm a new guy.
Two things can be true.
Yeah.
That's a Courtney. That's a Courtney thing.
Pat Clark, 2398. Another keeper, Natalie. Way to go.
I love that she believes that I do the casting around here. And I do.
You do everything around here.
I really do.
Danielle Warren, great show. Travis was great. Thank you.
This is hilarious that Mike and Travis both read all the comments that people are praising them.
Yeah, why not?
I just scroll for Travis. I'm like, yep, there it is.
That's
Search
pretty
Travis.
much what Mike does.
Control
Oh, look at
F.
this. Carrie Peacock. Travis is a great addition. Love that he committed in binge all seasons. I love that you love that I committed.
Oh, Travis, well, there's one thing Travis can do. He's going to commit. We love Carrie Peacock, but she's a runner. So there's that. Nobody's perfect.
I
But
never understood running. Google people running. It shows people smiling while running. No one smiles while running.
that's
terrible.
AI. That's not AI. That's
This
AI.
is coming from the cyclist.
Cycling is totally different. And Carrie used to cycle, and now
And
she's
then she realized it was for losers.
no. She was like, "Man, my husband's so slow. I got to do something else." I'm kidding. Carrie's husband.
That's all I got. There were probably some other people that shouted me out. I'm sorry. But,
There
you
is.
know,
I'll get to them.
If you got, yeah. If you really like me and you want me to shout you out, just compliment me.
They know the drill.
I
Trust
never
me.
even thought about doing that.
And people probably think I'm an asshole because I can't say any compliments about me with a straight face. So I skip right over them. And people are like, I'm trying to be so nice to her and she didn't even care. No, I just don't know how to read that stuff. You guys are real pros at it though.
Well,
Left to right.
with practice. Yeah. That's good. With practice comes something. Jasmine Terry, I'm also watching, y'all. I like watching this show. The drama is so funny. I have a feeling Joe just came back to stir the pot among the friends because if you know Maddie has panic attacks about Brad and TJ's lies, why would you go back from boys' night to tell her they don't want to apologize?
Because Joe's a caveman.
Great question.
I go boys night.
Hey,
Boys night.
you respect.
I go boys night. I go New York City.
I go New York City. I go New York City.
He's for a goat.
Eat to bite. Bite to eat. Elise J. Not me thinking all of the messed up high school or thinking of all the messed up high school movies from the 90s to finally land on Cruel Intentions, the remake of Dangerous Liaisons. Cruel Intentions was the movie that I was trying to think of. And it's crazy because it came on like literally that night or the next day. And Natalie's like, oh, this is one of my favorite movies. I'm like, this is the freaking movie that I was like going crazy
You know,
about.
if
the
you
other
would have
day.
said Ryan Felipe, I would have been like, oh, Cruel Intentions.
Yeah. Is that where he met his ex-lady wife?
Sure.
I don't know why I said lady wife.
Didn't we decide that they were married during the movie?
Oh, were they?
Yeah, and I don't think, well, I had always thought that, but then you didn't know that. So then, of course, I think, like, did I read it wrong? But, like,
You
yeah, I
probably
think
read
that
it
they
wrong.
were
You gaslight her
married.
a lot.
Yeah, you really do. Cruel Intentions was so far beyond its time. And you watch it, it's very cult.
Far
It's
Beyond Its Time, it was a remake.
okay. People have mentioned that, and I forgot. But, like, a total remake?
Well,
That's my girl.
that's kind of like a remake is outside of its time because it was already made in a certain time.
But I
What
think,
she said was correct.
yeah,
See,
technically,
Natalie.
yeah. Mary Ayeka Kent. You guys, Southern hospitality is nuts. I'm so glad that you guys are covering the show, smiley face. I have so many questions about Emmy. I hate to say it, but I feel like she's on some form of medication or something, and I don't know how I feel about all of her ugly crying. I haven't even watched this yet, and just wanted to comment that I'm really excited to meet Travis, and I'm excited to hear what you all have to say. Happy Friday.
I don't think she's on medication. I think she needs to be on medication.
Which means
They need to change her dosage if she's on medicine.
So that means it's a free for all. We can all talk a gang of shit about her until she gets on the Prozac. No, it's not she wouldn't be on Prozac. What would she be on? What's a
multiple different things.
Yeah, there's a whole variety from Big Pharma.
She just got to take the right amount so she can still get pregnant. That's all we care about. Amanda Petula kind of thing.
Pat Clark, yeah, bring back the Courtney imposter. That's you. Big fan. Hey, Mandy J. I had the same reaction about Leva. I do not like her on Southern Charm, but I think she's great on Southern Hospitality. This demonstrates the point you guys make in recaps of other shows. We want to see these people doing their jobs. Totally. And listen, we've been saying that forever. And the only time anyone has ever made a point that I've been like, all right, that makes sense, is somebody was like, well, you can't show where these people work because then crazies will come and try to touch them in their no place.
Wait, where?
At work.
You can't show where they work?
If we're always like, oh, I want to see these people's real lives and their work and what they do for their jobs. And somebody posted a comment once and was like, you can't really show where all these people work because people will just be showing up at their work all damn day.
A comment about some kind of summer house thing because they don't show where they work.
Yeah, I always complain about that. I mean, I guess you couldn't for Kyle and Amanda because they work out of their house, but people that work at Republic or work at an actual place.
A bar, yeah. So that's totally down south, sure. But if you work at just a regular, what you call it?
Ross Dress for Less.
This I thought was an interesting, I love Ross Dress for Less. Interesting comment that I didn't think about. Hey, Mandy J. Will was bad-mouthing Emmy because he didn't really want to go to law school and felt pressured by her to go. He was happy working at Republic and hanging out with his friends. Then he felt forced partly by his parents being in the business, but mostly because Emmy wants him to make lots of money so she doesn't have to work. I have no doubt that he will be glad when he has his law degree and a new career, but he didn't see Emmy being on the same level as his mother, who runs the office side of things. At the moment, he feels obligated to marry Emmy, as she's been so supportive, but I can totally see him ending things with Emmy to be with a woman who also has a law degree.
Will's not self-aware. He'll maybe after they have 2 kids, he's gonna be like, "Oh shit," but he's gonna go down that road and go, "Maybe a baby will solve it.
Maybe
a
baby.
second baby will solve it.
A second baby, because he's knocking her up
the second baby always solves it.
Oh, always old tried and true, old reliable.
Number 2. What did they say? Second kid's a charm.
I don't know if I think that he
Don't say that.
feels pressured by Emmy to go to law school. I think that he just stayed out and partied for as long as he could push it before his dad was like, all right, kid, time to get back to work.
Time to go.
I don't feel like he does anything necessarily for Emmy. I don't know why, and I feel shitty for saying this because I don't know this guy from the wall, but my vibe of him is that he really just thinks that she would make a great carbon cutout of this thing.
Stepford wife.
Yeah, a Stepford wife.
Yeah.
But as far as being feeling obligated to do anything, I think that he's one of the most entitled dudes I've ever come across. So I don't know if obligation, aside from his dad, because that's where his inheritance is coming from, and maybe the family office and whatever, maybe that's what helps him feel obligated is when there's something like that.
I mean,
for him.
I don't know. I think Joe may be beating him for the most entitled crown right now.
Yeah, but he's dumb though.
Which is worse?
No,
Dumb and entitled is crazy.
No, it's definitely.
It's just a crazy combo.
Useless.
Yeah.
It's bonkers.
Yeah.
All right. This person is Harris. Just his first line killed me. I really wanted to like Michael's, but he gives such cop energy. That's so funny. Also, a lot of people like Michael's great, but a lot of people, myself included, not a big fan of the 6'3" dude towering over the little girl and screaming at her in the face on the street.
Yeah, no, that
was a common theme.
Yeah. I wouldn't be scared of him, but he looked like a little ass bitch doing that.
It did. Yeah, it was a bummer. I wish he had he's been on such a upward trajectory to like, oh, this guy's such a pro, so good, like so sweet, smart, running shit. Like, love this kid. And that thing just really knocked him down.
Yeah.
Just knocked him back down the hill a bunch, you know?
Yeah.
It's such a bummer. Whereas had he handled it the opposite, he would have been, it would have been the journey's over. You're good. That guy's a kid. Like he's a, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It would have, there would have been no more, we're pretty sure he's a keeper. It would have been like, no, 100% that dude's a keeper. And now we got to keep wondering.
Okay, wait, I got one thing to add to that. On the flip side, it is kind of cool to see someone in reality TV where you're like, he definitely did not plan for that to go down because he was trying to keep his cool.
Yeah, right.
Like we could tell that he was trying to be like, I don't care as long as your check clears, whatever. I'm busy. I'm doing the schedule. I'm not really concerned with that. And then like he's so emotional that he just lost it.
Yeah.
And like I always complain like these kids don't give a shit about anything. They've been doing this too long. It's time to get out of here. We need some fresh blood. He's still in that phase of having no control over showing exactly like that was a very emotional breakout, breakdown,
100%.
whatever. So.
Yeah, for sure. I think he really liked that dude, and I also agree that he like got a little bit of fame and some spotlight, and everybody was like, oh, I want to let's
You're
hook up.
actually really good looking.
Yeah, totally. And like probably fell into that,
Yeah.
you know, did the Wes Wilson thing and it's happened to us all.
He should join one of Maddie's PowerPoint therapy apps.
He should.
Just a quick little class to PowerPoint it
$4.99
out.
a month.
PowerPoint it out.
Yeah. $4.99 a month, $50 a year if you pay up front.
Yeah.
Pay annually. But I think that he probably like the emotional outburst of it all was like he really liked that dude, made a mistake. Had any of those mistakes worked out to this point where he was with that new dude now, probably wouldn't have blown up on the sidewalk. None of them worked out. So now he's in that mode of like, man, I liked that dude and I freaking blew
When
it.
they were working through their relationship, he went and had sex with other people.
Listen, Travis, sometimes things
you got to
happen.
work through people
Sometimes
to work through a
you got-
relationship.
Exactly. The best way to work through a relationship is to get under somebody else. Isn't that what they say? So the
Is to work somebody else from behind.
exactly from all over the place. So I think that was probably the emotional outburst of it all. Was him being like, I liked that dude, and you kind of put the nail in the coffin. Like, yes, I made the mistake, but
Travis doesn't like
I don't agree with that.
why, Travis? I'm the one that everyone's like, oh yeah, Mike. What
Do
he
you
said.
think whatever Molly said mattered if he wouldn't have been f***ing other dudes? They
I
could
don't,
have
what if
probably
he
worked.
doesn't find out? What if the dude doesn't find out? I think that she's the reason
Once a
he
cheater,
found
always
out.
a cheater, honey.
Yeah, honey. Remember
Lisa,
also
Lisa.
when he cried in Leva's office after that, like ugly cry, like I took a
So
screenshot of it. I
bad.
was gonna put it on the thumbnail last week, and I'm like,
that's
no,
mean.
dude, don't be a dick.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
be a
terrible.
Michaels.
Don't be a Michaels. Lisa, 1981. Maddie, run, all caps. Joe is definitely a stage 5 clinger. When a man says he tries to make his hair higher to make his brain seem bigger.
But it's working, right?
No, not working. Cassidy Klinkhammer, I've been I've been a Soho watcher since the beginning. Glad you guys are recapping. So are we. It's going to be fun. Cassidy?
Yeah. Spread it too, because this didn't get a lot of views. And I get that it's an early episode, it's a newer show. But this is the time that, like, if you have social media, if you could share the episode
for
link
sure.
or just tell people about it. Like,
If you know
Southern
other
Charm's one
people
thing.
that are
Like, if the
watching
Southern
it.
Charm audience is already there, like, this is a new show. We could use a little nudge, if you
Little
don't
help.
mind.
A little help, a little like and
A
subscribe,
little help
as they
from our
call it in the
friends.
biz.
A little like and subscribe.
Miss Chevy. We had a good run. You and I. And we're going to get past this one as we do here at Showmance. Miss Chevy to One Man Army. I'm normally with Mike, as I am with you.
She's waking up.
However, Natalie, it's you and I, sister. I can't stand Will. Will and his girl get on my nerves. I think Will cheated on his girlfriend. I think Will cheated and his girlfriend knows. I don't know her name because I can't stand her.
I love that. I refuse to learn her name.
Yeah, not going to happen. And she is that annoying. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't love Will, Miss Chevy. I did really enjoy them, and I am bummed that they have fallen, like, just seemingly, or just not what I expected. I wanted to like them. So, like, whatever, we can still be friends. Shannon Fall. Sheesh, at this point, the Vile Files should be renamed That Podcast.
Yeah.
Which is totally true.
Yeah.
Gilmarie Brioso.
You always do this.
Wait, what do you mean?
I should have a
I think this is their first comment.
montage of you just sounding out people's names and then adding your own, like, that seems right. I'm going to go with that. Yeah, I like this. Do you like it better like this? Or you have so many of those. I actually, you guys probably don't see them. I cut them out.
What's funny is
But looks aren't everything.
Gilmarie Brioso. I'm going to do it like that.
I love it.
A Brioso.
Yeah.
Haven't tuned in a while because I don't watch the shows you've been covering. It's fine. We're still pretty fun.
What are you watching?
Yeah, what are you watching? We'll do shows for you. We seriously will. But I do watch this one. Hell yeah. The new dude seems cool. He is pretty cool. Hope you enjoyed him a second time. What'd you say?
I said it fades.
It does fade. But not for a while, so we could get 10 eps out of him. Grace Carr, the way Maddie was obsessed with Trevor for 2 seasons and is still crying about him present day. Wrap it up, Joe. You're just a warm body until she meets someone she likes again. Yowzers. Miss Kitty Mom, the salt pod gave me the creeps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me too. Does everyone use the same salt water?
I remember this comment.
Yeah.
And I thought the same thing. Who's changing the water?
Yeah.
See, this is a comment you should have pulled, screen grabbed it, and then you could have read it.
Like when we saw Brad's cold plunge, I'm like, well, that's a single serving cold plunge. Like,
Yeah, that's your
his
backyard.
water.
That's Brad's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does everyone use the same water? Does high salt content keep it clean? What if someone like Austin is in the pool peeking?
Oh my God.
What if someone like Austin, the pool peeking, was in there ahead of you? Oh no, sir, not for me. I agree. Austin would have totally peed in there. Eva Flavor, Maddie and Joe, apart from the reasons y'all gave, they have no chemistry. Wait, you read that one, didn't you?
No.
I think I probably just had it in my summary.
Great. All right. How are you at trumpet sounds, Travis? Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's it. I'll do the woo, and Travis can be the trumpet.
Why do y'all have these little things and you refuse to tell me about them?
Because it's funnier this way, we've noticed. We had a meeting about it.
You didn't tell me about the meeting.
Why?
Either.
More importantly, why are you not watching our shows?
I mean, I
You're a
think with my
subscriber.
comment reading, I'm pretty
I think
vain.
you're our 3rd or 4th subscriber of all the subscribers that we have.
I was on the original show.
Yeah.
And you were still the 4th subscriber, which is really strange.
You two, and someone else.
Oh my God, I remember
No,
when you realized
Gavin.
that he hadn't subscribed yet, and you're like,
I think a 4th is even giving him credit.
I
I
think
think
it
it was
might
like
be.
7 or 8.
It definitely
dude.
wasn't early on.
forgot
No.
to
It was.
subscribe.
Yeah.
Oh, I
this
didn't forget,
asshole-
Natalie.
No.
I didn't forget.
He's being passive aggressive.
That's so. That's just comedy people in LA. Like you liking your own show would have acknowledged that you have your own show, and then it would mean that the show it was expected to do something, and then you have like it's all very self-hatred, self-loathing. Like I'm setting yourself up to. I know I'm going to fail. Like I know
None of that went through my mind. I'm just a simple human. I'm a simple person, and I don't know. I didn't think about it.
Emptied out all my deepest, darkest to you, and you're like, actually, none of those.
None of that crossed my mind.
Wow, me neither. I don't think of that. I always tell people when people, I don't know why this is like such a general question, but people used to always ask me, when you send your script out, aren't you so scared it's going to get stolen? And I'm like, if someone steals my script, I'd just be like, so you liked it? Like that would literally be the first thing in my mind. Like, so tell me what parts you liked best. Like, wow, you thought it was good enough to actually put your name on it and send it somewhere to try to sell? Wow.
Yeah.
Things are happening for me.
I knew I'd be good at this.
I knew I'd be good at it. I knew it was good.
Yeah.
You gotta take the compliment when you can get it, you know?
Yeah, that's
Somebody
what I'm
be like,
saying.
oh, that guy looks like shit, but look at those nice boots. I'd be like, they like my boots.
So they like my boots.
Those are pretty nice boots.
They're Chelsea's.
Chelsea's. That's what I was thinking of. So what we do now, because you don't watch our show, I'm just gonna give you a cue and then do a horn, but do a good one.
What kind of horn?
Well, my horn is kind of similar to that, so you're gonna want to change it up.
That
a little
last
bit.
one. The first one was better. That last one was a little. Maybe Harris is here next week.
Cool, man.
All I'm saying.
Closing it out with truth for peace for freedom.
Purr, 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 purr.
Did you not
I did a
listen
different
to
tone.
anything?
I did a different tone.
No.
You did the
so
same.
you liked it.
I yes-anded her. What do you want from me?
I do love a yes and. I never do them.
Try it again.
People used to say, you know, yes and's a thing, right? Like, why are you guys so combative with each other?
Oh, yeah, but they also said that we should be more like Watch What Crappens, who are trained professionals.
Yeah. There's no
Do
trained
you want to take it
professionals here.
again?
I mean, woo! We don't like. I guess I don't. That was
I think we just go.
all right.
Okay.
Sorry, he's new. He'll figure it out. No, she does the purr, and then you have to do your own rendition of a trumpet. Oh, Joe Bradley over here.
I have dreams,
Stupid.
you know?
Yeah. I hope they're not playing trumpet.
You're irreplaceable.
I'm over a
You'll be-
bugler.
You'll be fine.
Emmy acts like she's in a telenovela. It reads as inauthentic and hungry for camera time. Do you know what movie is reminding me of Emmy and Will? Legally Blonde. I was thinking that too.
All red.
But how?
So hot.
How so?
Like the comment about him finding someone else in law school is really what reminded me of Legally Blonde, because remember Elle's boyfriend goes off to law school and finds like another girl that's like kind of as
Yeah.
smart as him, and I don't know, that's why it reminded me
Yeah,
of that.
you remember that part?
Listen,
Legally Blonde ... but not completely. Again, same. We know Elle Woods was sharp, and we also know how Emmy is not smart enough to screw Maddie over. That was a real quote from season 3. Sometimes it feels like Emmy's brain is like the operating system from the days of dial-up internet. I think Will is starting to feel that maybe he's too smart and accomplished for her now that he's in law school. On top of that, he doesn't like her skinnier body. I know, it's true. He likes a curvier lady.
who doesn't?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's all about Mia. I feel like he has definitely lusted after Mia.
Everyone
Yeah,
on this show has
yeah. I've lusted after
She's
Mia.
definitely in their spank bank.
She's not in my spank bank, but she is like, if I were to put a picture on the fridge of like, don't eat the Snickers bar, strive for this instead, that's who she'd be.
yeah,
She'd be my photo on a refrigerator.
Yeah, me too.
Don't do that in the kitchen.
I know, can you keep it out of the kitchen, please? On top of that, he doesn't like her skinnier body, which is wild that information is even public. I'm just getting bad vibes from this union. I do not predict a fairy tale marriage for them. Absolutely not. Southern Charm is one of our favorite shows, so I understand why you guys chose to cover Southern hospitality. It's the mashed potatoes to the steak that is Southern Charm. When I first started watching it, I found it incredibly difficult to get through. Same. Shocking. It wasn't until the end of the first season that it started to spark a little bit for me. I think it's due to not knowing any of the characters, and all I saw was narcissism in all of them. I can deal with narcissistic reality stars, but they need to have a few more layers beyond that. How can babyface Will claim that he's the best looking guy in the group? Better looking than Joe Bradley, aka young Al Pacino, in the words of Cher Horowitz, as if. I actually found the new Vanderpump Rules easier to watch because there were many moments of hilarious stupidity in it. Penis pumps, cat food consumption for a ripped body, street cred from friendly fire, etc. I just finished it literally yesterday. I binged the last 6 episodes. I had stopped at penis pump because that was good enough for me. I'm like, TV doesn't get better than this. And so I put it on hold and I finished it. I'm glad I did. By the way, isn't friendly fire the best oxymoron? But now I'm really liking Southern hospitality, which proves once again that you guys know me better than I know myself. P.S. Welcome aboard, Big Country. You came to play. Attention to detail, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10 for big con.
Okay, so are you starting to see with the horns and the hoopla of it all who truth for peace for freedom is? Who gave you the 10 out of 10? It's pretty big time.
Yeah.
It's pretty big
My own
time.
parents didn't even give me 10
Do you
out of
know
10.
do you know how many 10 out of 10s have been given out on this show? Let's see. We've had 1, 2, 3.
Was Shane the
4,
other one?
5, 6. We've had 6 hosts on Showmance. 7, Christina. 7 different hosts. 8 with you. Do you know how many 10 out of
Am I
10s?
the first?
First one.
That doesn't surprise me. I'm awesome.
You might have just got put down to a 9, but that's all right. You can work your way back up.
They like confidence.
1 10 out of 10, only you.
Cool.
Little surprised by that.
Well,
Like people have said it about me in other ways and like in a lot more words.
when people think Travis, they think attention to detail.
Now they do.
Yeah, apparently. Well, Travis, we better get on to this next episode you're filling in for because the schedule just came out.
Yeah.
We got to be at work at 7
We're
o'clock.
about
First, there's no we. I'm gonna be at 7. You're gonna roll in around 8:15, 8:30.
Sorry. Experience. One day you'll have a you.
No, I won't.
you have a what?
You'll have a you.
Oh. No, I feel like AGT is one of those shows where you're just like waiting for people to die.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah.
Or you plan their death.
Take initiative. You take your future into your own hands. You kill
Okay.
them. You don't have to wait for them to die. You can kill them. What are you looking at?
I don't know. Just the cameras are weird. I don't know why I'm so bright and you're not. And,
I'm not.
maybe it's my glasses. Anyways,
I'm not. You're too bright. You didn't fix the thing,
I mean, I don't know what
the ISO thing.
the ISO.
Or I don't know. You always ask me, what are the numbers?
Oh yeah.
Next
Oh,
to the thing.
we're ending
But
this
it-
episode the same way we started.
Yeah.
Was y'all just talking about angles?
They
and-
won't know that. I
welcome.
cut all that stuff
Okay.
off the top.
okay.
Welcome
So
to
when
the
you-
Sorry for the
Run That
aggression.
Show.
My bad.
We may or may not be just changing T-shirts and rolling straight into Summer House for reasons that I'll explain then.
Yeah, double shift tonight. Thanks a lot, Natalie. Anyways, like and subscribe. Send this to your friends and subscribe and make comments because as you see, we read all the comments. Next week, he'll actually pick some. And what?
He did.
I did pick some after you gave me late instructions to pick some.
We love all of you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
See you later. It's the second date. It's just too early
To say I love you.
to say I love you.